and sturdy, right?
No, I was also withered one time and was reborn by the bravery and the love of that prince and princess. Do you want to hear that story?
Yes! Yes! Of course!
Once upon a time, from the creation of Earth, an old tree of life appeared, established a shield to protect mankind from dark forces. Meanwhile, there were also two kingdoms which were granted powers to protect that tree of life, named Animalia and Bethany. From the day he was born, the prince had a really strong light power. He could even control the sunshine, and everyone in the kingdom really admired and loved him. On the contrary, with the happiness of Animalia Kingdom, Bethany Kingdom was being in a stalemate. Everyone was really bewildered when their Princess Eudora was born without any power. The king and the queen were really worried. Then, when Princess Eudora turned 18, they decided to send her to the Magic Academy, hoping that it could awake the power inside of her.
No, I don't want to go there to study. I want to be with you.
No, you have to go there. You're now matured. You should practice hard to care for the future of this kingdom.
Your father is right. Just go there to study and practice. You will soon be an excellent girl. Then everyone will all admire you. If so, I will listen to you. I will try my best to make you all proud and make everyone admire me.
Princess Eudora listened to her parents and set out to the Magic Academy. When she got there, Princess Eudora met Prince Apollinaris.
Hello, I'm Eudora, the princess of Bethany Kingdom. Nice to meet you.
But Prince Apollinaris ignored her friendliness. That made Princess Eudora really disappointed. Even when they practiced, the prince also did it alone without caring about anyone.
How could he be so arrogant with his power like that? No one wants to be his friend. Just live alone like that for the rest of your life.
So the two of them just did their own works, without caring about each other. Until one day, for no reason, the tree of life suddenly withered. The protection shield was weakened, allowing the dark forces to approach and mess around. They destroy the houses and threaten the life of kind people. That made the two kingdoms really frightened. They gathered at the mountain where the Tree of Life was located. Standing in front of the withered Tree of Life, they all didn't know what to do. Then, Princess Eudora came closer and put her hand on the tree.
Just go to that faraway desert where the magical grail reigned. The dropping water will revive all the things.
Please let me go there to find the Holy Grail to save everyone.
Eudora, you're such a brave girl. It's really good, but you don't have any power. So let my son go with you to protect you and be your companion. Do you agree, Apollinaris?
Yes, I promise to protect Eudora and bring the magical grail back. Eudora was really surprised because she thought that the prince would never agree. But the prince showed no attitude. He just silently followed to protect her. Together, they crossed the old forest until they reached a dark jungle. They were suddenly attacked by the carnivorous plants. They ran away in frightened, and the prince accidentally got injured by one of those plants. The princess worriedly stood in front of the prince to cover him before the dangerous carnivorous plants. Her hand slightly touched the prince's hand. That made his heart jump a beat. They were surrounded by the carnivorous plants. Then, a plant rushed there to attack the princess. The prince then hugged the princess so tight to cover her. By his practiced response, he raised his hand to dodge. A light power came out. The carnivorous plant moved back in fear. Then, the prince realized that the carnivorous plants were afraid of the light. He casted a spell which made the light cover the whole jungle, and all the carnivorous plants were burnt into ash. The two continued their journey, and they had to face with a vast sea. Together, they collected the wooden boards to make a little raft to cross the sea. Unfortunately, after reaching the middle of the sea, a whirlpool caught them. The raft was lifted and sank into the water. They tried to swim to the bank, but they were gradually exhausted and gave up. Everything seemed to come to an end. Suddenly, the princess felt the water flow through her hand. It's just like she could grab the water. She used all of her power to shout out and grab her hand. Then, the water was separated aside, creating a path in the middle. Escaping from the danger, the princess quickly went there to raise the prince, and together, they crossed the sea to continue their journey.
Turned out I'm not as useless as I thought. My inside power is the power of water.
You have never been useless in my eyes. They continued their journey to the desert, and finally, they reached the sacred temple. The prince and the princess intended to enter together. Suddenly, a giant scorpion appeared to attack them. They coordinated to fight against the monster. The prince controlled the sun to shine directly to its eyes, making the scorpion dazzled and disoriented. Taking the chance, the princess casted a spell to create water arrows and continuously attacked, making the scorpion collapse. They successfully entered the sacred temple together and came close to a golden box. There's sun and a moon orb on its body, and there was also a quiz below.
There were two sisters. One gave birth to another and vice versa. Are they light and dark? Or fire and ice? That's right. They're day and night.
The box immediately opened. However, being happy for just a while, the scorpion monster suddenly woke up. It used the tail to attack the prince. The prince rushed there to block its attack. He got poisoned, then collapsed. The princess was so angry that she used all of her power to create a whirlpool to finish the scorpion. Then, she held the prince on her lap.
Please don't leave me alone!
The princess hurtfully cried beside him. Suddenly, she remembered what the Tree of Life had said about the Grail could revive everything. She hurriedly came back to the box and discovered that there were 3 magical grails in that box. She was confused. Then she saw the grail in the middle had the sun and moon symbol, which were the same as the symbols of the sacred temple. She hastily lifted the grail in the middle up. Immediately, the 2 other grails disappeared. She ignored everything and poured the magical water into his mouth. A light covered him and the prince woke up. He emotionally held her hand so tight. Miraculously, when they touched each other's hand and together touched the grail, the water inside was full again. Together, they brought the magical grail back to water the Tree of Life. It was revived immediately. And the magic protection shield was back to protect everyone. The prince and the princess shyly looked at each other. They gradually fell in love with each other, and they lived happily for
She was the most beautiful and kind-hearted young lady in the kingdom. Peace be with you, sir. Peace be with you. Peace be with you too, the storyteller. And please follow the WOA Fairy Tales channel, everyone. Mary had a lover, but she unfortunately caught the eye of Victor Frankenstein, a brilliant but wicked human king. He used his power to force Mary into marrying him.
Don't resist anymore, and you'll become a queen, rich and...
No! Everyone knows I already have a fiancé! I will never marry you, you wicked human! Mary was determined not to yield, but unfortunately, she met with an accident and passed away just before her wedding with Victor. The wicked King Victor was determined to possess Mary at any cost. Being a genius, he found a way to bring Mary back from the afterlife.
Finally, I've created the elixir of resurrection. Just one more lightning strike. Then you'll be mine forever! Ha ha ha!
A human like Victor found it hard to change fate. What he brought back was not Mary, but a monstrous creation. Mary resurrected as a monster, lost all memories of her previous life.
You are so beautiful, Mary! Why have you turned into a monster?
Mary, with her extraordinary physical strength, couldn't escape Victor's clutches. And no one knew that Victor's creation was actually Mary resurrected.
A monster! That's definitely a monster!
Everyone referred to Mary as the monster, and she gradually forgot her own name. Is this really me? I'm not this beautiful. I'm a monster. I'm ugly. What's the point of being this ugly?
The monster is always with King Frankenstein like a queen.
One day she might harm him. Who knows? When Victor Frankenstein sensed the fear around him, he also became anxious and decided to dispose of Mary to eliminate any future problems.
Where is that monster? Find her now!
Mary managed to escape in time, but everywhere she went,
A monster! An ugly monster's on the loose!
everyone was frightened of her. Mary chose to hide deep in the forest, away from human society. She found solace there, but remained lonely and insecure about her own ugliness.
Is anyone there? Help me, please! Rocks block my house's entrance. Help me, please!
Even though Mary had planned to ignore, the goodness in her heart still existed.
Thank you, kind stranger. Thank you so much.
Because the blind man couldn't see Mary's appearance.
My parents only come home every few days. Luckily, there's someone here. I'm Shelley. And you are?
I am? As the monster, Mary felt a sense of familiarity with Shelley, so she decided to secretly watch over his family. Gradually, she developed affection for Shelley and often quietly helped his family.
What's wrong?
From chasing away wild animals to doing simple tasks like clearing paths or chopping wood for Shelley's family.
Someone? Is that you from yesterday? It's you! Are you also helping my family chop wood and clear paths? Don't leave me like last time. I have to thank you.
For the first time in a long time, someone valued Mary, even though she had become a monster. From then on, the monster frequently visited Shelley.
So, what's your name? You still haven't told me yet.
People call me a monster. No, I despise that name. It's so ugly, just like me.
You've helped me so much. You're very kind, much like someone I once knew. Someone with a beautiful soul like you couldn't be a bad person.
The monster's self-esteem gradually improved, and she developed feelings for Shelley. But one day, the blind guy fell seriously ill, just when his family was away. Mary risked it all to leave the forest in search of medicine. Unluckily, others saw her.
Thanks to you, you're so kind. You're just like her.
Oh, her? You already have a lover, don't you?
I used to. Victor took her away. I had to hide here, and she passed away. Her name was Mary. Oh, Mary! Mary!
Shelley calling her name triggered some memories in Mary's mind. Shelley, my name was Mary when I was alive. Victor resurrected me. I've just remembered some memories about you. I'm not sure anymore, but I might be...
You monster! I know you're here!
Too many soldiers arrived to subdue Mary.
I didn't expect that you would find where Shelley was hiding. I'm infatuated with you, wanting to drive me insane, in love with a blind man. I can't let you live.
Don't even think about it! You turned me into a hideous monster! Ruined me! I will...
Why not accept it? If Shelley saw you, would he be repulsed by you?
The disdainful looks and Mary's own self-consciousness led her to accept her fate.
A hideous monster like you cannot live.
Victor intended to deal with Mary immediately, even compelling the entire kingdom's populace to witness her trial to assert his authority.
This monster shall be tried immediately, and anyone who dares to oppose me. You're the real monster!
But the blind man appeared to testify against him.
Mary? That's right! The monster's face bears a resemblance to Mary.
King Victor turned Mary into a monster!
Bring him here! Hurry!
No, you can't!
Look here! This is the end of the rebels!
Just at that moment, Mary managed to break free and took the slash from Victor and pushed Victor into his own tool. A kite string caught Victor.
You monster!
Shelley, unfortunately, was hit by a drop of the elixir of resurrection in the eye. As for Victor, he remained oblivious to the fact that the kite string stuck on his body had already begun to take effect. That bolt of lightning also struck Mary and her beloved. Victor couldn't survive a direct lightning strike, but the mighty body of the monster protected Mary. Shelley! As for Shelley, miraculously, he was unharmed and his eyesight was restored, just as Mary had been resurrected.
Oh my! I can see! Where's Mary? Where is she?
No, don't look at me. I'm so ugly.
Why not? I've always wanted to see the one I love. I've always been blind. Even if I could see, I wouldn't know what's beautiful or ugly. I only need to know that the person in front of me is Mary, the one I love.
Even though Mary was who she was, she would always be loved by someone as her true self. The people were no longer afraid of Mary once they knew who she truly was. As for Mary, she accepted her fate as the monster because being resurrected as a monster had given her the opportunity to be loved.
What would happen if one day you discovered you possessed the power of tarot cards? Subscribe to WOA Fairy Tales to follow the story. Vivian was a rebellious princess, always arguing with her parents and ignoring her family to chase exciting adventures outside. Her younger sister Cassie was the complete opposite. Cassie cared and reminded Vivian about everything, from family matters to their adventurous journeys. Vivian always felt that her sister was too worried, so she often ignored Cassie's advice. Trouble started when Vivian and Cassie frequently heard a mysterious voice whispering in their ears, urging them to a certain cave on the mountain.
I have a terrible headache. I'm going crazy. Do you hear those sounds too? Yes, we need to find out what that cave is hiding. Come on, let's go. But Vivian, don't you have a bad feeling about this?
Ignoring her sister's concerns, Vivian stubbornly wanted to explore. When they entered the cave, they discovered two mystical cards. Vivian touched the sun card, and Cassie touched the moon card.
Hello, Vivian and Cassie. You are the chosen ones to become the rightful owners of the sun and the moon. Your souls will be connected to these cards forever. The cards will find their owners through specific personalities. Vivian was chosen as the owner of the sun card because of her enthusiasm and confidence. Cassie was chosen for the moon card because of her rich imagination and concern for the future. The chosen individuals can only control their own cards. To acquire other cards, they must defeat the owners of those cards. Anyone who completes the full tarot deck will receive any wish they desire. Keep trying, Vivian and Cassie. Oh, that's wonderful! Let's collect all 78 cards, Cassie! But what will happen to the defeated owners? Is it just a simple defeat, or... Who knows? Don't worry, we won't lose! No! I refuse to participate in this crazy game! Why were we chosen? What is the purpose? Come on, Cassie, don't be so cowardly!
The two sisters started arguing, completely unaware of their surroundings.
Be careful, Vivian! No, Cassie! I'm sorry for being so useless. No, Cassie! Don't leave me!
Cassie gradually weakened and was about to wipe Vivian's tears with her hand, but she couldn't make it in time as her soul was sucked into the moon card. Vivian, filled with anger, turned back and looked at the one who harmed her sister. The person had been watching the two sisters since they entered the cave and wanted to possess the two cards.
Hand over the cards, or you will be next.
Shut your mouth!
The sun card is powerful? Well, let's see.
The warrior revealed the chariot card.
So defeated owners are trapped inside their own cards? Now the real game begins! Cassie, I swear I will collect all 78 cards and use a wish to save you.
Vivian bid farewell to her family, wrote a letter, and embarked on her journey to collect the cards. She hid in the forest and diligently trained her skills with the sun card. The sun card had the advantage of being able to locate the remaining tarot cards. Vivian simply followed its guidance to reach her first opponent.
Here we go, another opponent. You will be defeated by me. I am the owner of the Six of Wands card.
Don't be so sure!
Give up. My card represents victory, and I have already acquired 20 cards.
Even more! Bring it on!
Ah!
The paladin was defeated and sucked into the Six of Wands card. Vivian successfully acquired all of his cards and continued her journey. Time passed quickly, and Vivian embarked on an arduous adventure to collect the tarot cards in various lands. She faced fierce attacks and suffered countless injuries. Others were frightened by the tarot cards and, like Cassie, did not want to participate in the battle. This made it easy for Vivian to defeat them and claim their cards. The burden of trapping innocent souls within the tarot cards weighed heavily on Vivian's conscience. But she believed it was the only way to save her sister. The final card was located in a secluded cabin deep in the woods.
No, don't hurt my mother and me! Don't be afraid. Everything will be fine.
The mother knew what would happen. Despite her attempts to hide her child in the forest, she couldn't defy fate.
I surrender. Please take my child to safety. I'm sorry. Truly sorry.
The mother was drawn into the High Priestess card, while the child cried in despair. Vivian fulfilled her promise to the mother and brought the child to an orphanage. After a challenging journey, Vivian rested on a lush green meadow. As she fell asleep, the High Priestess card created a surreal dream for her. The High Priestess was the intermediary between the outer world and the inner consciousness of each individual. Thus, the mother's soul allowed Vivian to reunite with her sister Cassie.
Oh, Cassie, I finally found you. I'm sorry. I've been so terrible,
Vivian looked at the spirits that haunted her all this time, representing the defeated owners. They criticized Vivian harshly.
I understand, sister. You made such efforts to save me, but sacrificing countless lives just to save one life? Is it worth it?
The spirits projected a future vision, depicting a world engulfed in flames and Vivian's unfavorable fate.
Because you're my sister, everything I've done is worth it. I can't turn back now, Cassie. I just need you by my side.
The full tarot deck was finally obtained. Vivian followed the instructions of the cards to reach her final destination and make her wish.
Well done, young lady. You have completed my challenge. I am Denzel, and I will grant your wish.
Vividly recalling her dream from the previous night and her sister's advice, Vivian hesitated. Was it all worth it?
I just want my sister to be resurrected!
So be it.
Oh, Cassie, I missed you so much. As long as you're here, I don't need anything else.
Unbeknownst to them, they had fallen into Denzel's trap.
I have granted your wish. Now it's time for you to fulfill mine.
Vivian instantly turned dark as she absorbed all of Denzel's memories. Denzel was once a malevolent and powerful dark sorcerer with prophetic abilities. He used his powers to create the tarot deck, representing the different aspects of human nature. He pretended to spread the benefits of tarot to help people understand themselves and glimpse into the past and future. However, his intention was to manipulate and control everyone. The entire world of sorcerers became furious. They united to defeat Denzel. His soul was torn into 78 pieces and absorbed into the tarot deck.
Just you wait. I will have my revenge.
The fragments of its soul scattered across the cards, creating a malevolent game. He wanted humans to destroy each other and become trapped in those cards, nourishing his soul. His soul would be restored once someone acquired all 78 tarot cards, and he would take over the body of the victor after granting their wish.
Vivian, please wake up! Look, it's me, Vivian! I'm here!
Hearing her sister's cries, Vivian struggled to regain control of herself and approached the tarot deck.
You fool! If you destroy the deck, both of us will be annihilated!
But Vivian truly realized her mistake. However, the sisters were unaware that they had fallen into Denzel's trap. Denzel was defeated, and he took Vivian's body with him as he vanished. Finally, the innocent souls were freed and would be resurrected immediately.
Sister! I'm here, Cassie. I finally protected you. Promise me you will live a good life from now on. I promise. And please, don't forget about me, Cassie. Everything that belongs to you. And the memories we shared. Even though we must part ways now, I will cherish them forever.
Cassie never forgot her sister. She recreated the entire tarot deck and wrote a book about Vivian's sacrifice. Decades later, through Cassie's book, tarot became popularized. It was used for self-reflection, divination, and rediscovering one's self-worth. What if, one day, we lived in a world with only light or only darkness? It is a story in a world where there was either light or darkness. There lived two twin sisters, Helia and Celine. These sisters resided in two separate celestial castles, connected only by a magnificent 7-colored bridge. Helia was the goddess of day, symbolizing light. She had radiant hair and mesmerizing eyes, and her joyful and gentle nature endeared her to everyone. On the other hand, her elder sister Celine was the goddess of the night, representing darkness. Her hair shimmered with stars, and her powerful, icy eyes exuded authority. Celine's demeanor was more reserved and distant compared to her younger sister. To maintain the harmony of the galaxy, Helia and Celine had to visit each other's homes daily to fulfill their noble missions. Helia, the light goddess, would travel to Celine's castle to herald the arrival of a new day, aiding the inhabitants of the realm of darkness in starting their work. Meanwhile, Celine would visit her sister's realm of light, helping everyone to have a peaceful sleep after a long day of hard work. One day, a conflict erupted between the two sisters.
Why are you pushing me so hard, sister? Because you're too weak to handle it, Helia.
Both believed they were the strongest, and in the end, Helia and Celine angrily returned to their respective castles. And that's when the lives in both castles were turned upside down. Helia's castle was always shining brightly, with not a second given to darkness. Gradually, the gods grew weary and abandoned their duties, seeking places without light. Helia felt lonely without companionship and carried out all the tasks alone, reminiscing about the joyful moments spent with the inhabitants.
Is my light so terrifying?
You deserve it.
But Celine's castle wasn't any better. Everything there was shrouded in darkness, and the lack of light caused plants to wither and animals to suffer.
Get up and work. No laziness allowed.
As food supplies dwindled, the inhabitants faced hunger, thirst, and even disease. Celine was pained to witness such suffering, but the memories of her sister's arrogance made her ignore everything. Their mother, Stella, the queen of the galaxy, was extremely disappointed to see her daughters at odds with each other.
Deliver these 2 letters to Helia and Celine. Help us.
However, on the way to the princess's abodes, the messenger birds were captured by Draven, the embodiment of darkness. While strolling in the flower garden one day, Helia stumbled upon a mysterious object.
This is Mother's letter. She wants to meet me at Celine's castle. Is that so? So I have to face that detestable Celine? Well, let it be.
At the same time, while practicing her dark magic, a letter flew into Celine's training ground.
Mother wants me to go to Helia's castle and meet her? How weird.
In obedience to their mother's request, Helia and Celine headed to each other's castles.
Did Mother ask you to go to your castle too? She wants to meet the both of us, I suppose.
When Helia arrived at the night castle, the inhabitants were awakened. Thank you, Goddess Helia!
Wonderful! We have light again! It feels so fulfilling to help others.
At the same time, when Celine arrived at the day castle, the inhabitants fell into a deep sleep they had longed for. Seeing the peaceful slumber of her subjects, Celine couldn't help but smile.
I've never felt so happy before. It used to be nothing but irritation and annoyance.
However, Helia and Celine had not yet overcome all their animosity to apologize to each other.
Where's Mother? I have to meet Mother quickly.
In their confusion, Helia and Celine felt their strength weakening.
Surely, someone evil knows that our power will diminish when we leave our castles. We must hurry back to our castles!
Only their mother, Stella, had the secret of that power. In the past, before the conflict, the sisters always discussed thoroughly whenever they visited each other's homes to avoid any mishaps. But somehow, Draven learned of this secret. With that foolish letter, I could trap them all. Helia and Celine, weakened by the lack of energy, were drawn into Draven's trap. Both sisters found themselves in an infinite void, lost without a way out.
Where are we, Celine? Be quiet. Let me think.
They kept talking, not knowing where they were going, until the ground shook and split open, forming a gigantic abyss of lava. Helia accidentally slipped and fell among the debris.
Celine, let it go! I don't want you to be affected! No, I must save you!
Helia and Celine woke up, extremely disoriented to find themselves still in the void.
Thankfully, we're okay. I'm really sorry. It's because of me. Our conflicts had created such tension. Finally, my children understand each other. Why are you here?
Stella, their mother, appeared and sadly revealed that she used to be deeply in love with Draven. She confided all her secrets, even the weaknesses of her two daughters, to him. During their time together, Draven secretly drained her strength until she discovered he was the embodiment of darkness, using her to seize the throne. But because of her concerns for those two, she wanted to do one last thing and help them reconcile.
We're sorry for making you sad, Mother. We were so heartless. My children, only unity can give us the strength to triumph.
Helia and Celine put aside their pain and joined forces. Light and darkness will be under my control. No! The two kingdoms rejoiced as their fears were finally dispelled. Helia and Celine now loved each other more and no longer envied one another for anything. The two kingdoms lived in harmony with the natural order, awakening to the crisp light and drifting off to the peaceful sleep in the gentle night.
The story ends here.
Today, we will tell you a story about the life of a princess named Almira from Ione Kingdom.
Almira Princess, would you mind bringing me this cake to the afternoon tea party of other princesses? I can see you have nothing to do now.
You heard it right. That girl was Princess Almira, a slave princess. Almira was the youngest princess of a small and peaceful kingdom named Ione, which owned lots of grand gold mines. That's also the reason why other powerful kingdoms always aimed at Ione. For the kingdom not being in chaos, the king of Ione had to connect with Masha, the most powerful kingdom at that time. According to the contract, annually, Ione had to tribute a large amount of gold to Masha. However, that's not a thing with the king of Ione. But what made him worry was that he had to let one of his princesses go to Masha for not breaking the contract and fight against them. Although she was thought to be nurtured to strengthen the relationship between the two kingdoms, she was actually a hostage for them. No one wanted to sacrifice their life, so they all gave that responsibility to the kind youngest princess, Almira. Things kept going. She was grown up by the despise of the princess and the princesses of Masha.
Oh, look, who's bringing cake to us? The servants are so lazy. How dare them command Ione princess? But I guess Almira won't be offended, right? Because she even has to be grateful to our kingdom, because we are now protecting the little Ione.
Almira soon get used to it. She was always mocked and bullied by Masha princesses. For the peace of Ione kingdom, she could only be patient and bear all of those things. Almira had only one friend, a little cat named Kitty, but he always went out to discover the world when he had the chance.
Kitty, where are you? It's dinner time. I prepared your favorite food.
Suddenly, a loud noise resounded, grabbing Almira's attention. When she got there, she saw her cat was being grabbed by Prince Basil. Like a flash, she rushed there and took her cat back. She was thought to be punished by that disrespectful action, but he left without saying anything.
Blood? Kitty, you are wounded. What did that cruel man do to you? Thank God it's not Kitty's blood. Is there any way? This is Basil's blood. He was wounded while saving Kitty? No way! A cruel man like him will never care about anyone. Don't mention about a cat.
The next day, Masha Kingdom welcomed a really beautiful princess from Ixtal Kingdom named Dulcie. Different from Almira, she went there as the fiancée of Prince Basil. More surprisingly, Dulcie chose Almira to be the one who stayed by her side. Even Almira didn't want to, she couldn't deny. However, thanks to that, Almira had a better life. That's the only good thing.
How do you feel about this room? Thank you for giving me a good place like this, and even new clothes, but I still don't understand why you chose me. I only help you get things you're deserved. You and I are princesses. We have to come here just for our kingdom's peace. Now you only need to stay by my side and befriend with me. That's okay. You don't have to work hard or be despised by others.
One night, Almira suddenly saw a strange light coming from Dulcie's room. Being curious, she decided to find out what that light is. Almira saw Dulcie was trying to create a potion from her magic. At that time, Dulcie also realized the appearance of Almira.
You came? You deliberately waited for me? What are those things? What do you intend to do with them?
Dulcie calmly told her story to Almira. Turned out she wasn't a princess, but an orphan who had been raised and trained to be a strong magician by the king. Then, she helped the king complete the missions that he had given her. That time, her mission was to finish Basil.
Isn't that Basil? Is the most talented prince of the kingdom? He helped the king expand much of territory. Moreover, Basil is his son? Why, Maybe the king also considers him a tool. Recently, he feels that the evasion is nonsense, so he refused the king so many times, so the king felt that Basil would be a threat to him. But why do you tell me all of those things? What will happen if I tell it to anyone else? No one believe a slave princess other than a fiancé of Basil, and I need you to complete this task. Why do I have to help you? You still want to come back to Ione.
That's the thing, Almira always decided, but she knew that it's really difficult to do that. And the chance was right in front of her, and she didn't want to lose it. As Dulcie's plan, on the wedding day, Almira was the only one who was allowed to enter their room to prepare anything. Almira would put the potion that Dulcie gave her to the wine, and it will make Basil lose his strength in a short time. Then hide his sacred sword away. That was the thing that made him undefeated in every battle. After arranging everything, Almira felt really worried. She immediately went to find her cat, hoping that it would help her to remain calm. You look much better. Your name is Kitty, right? You have to know yourself. The higher you climb, the more painful you will get when falling down.
Basil? So last time for saving Kitty, he was wounded, really?
You want to stay here and look at me for the whole night? I don't mean to harm this little creature.
I didn't mean. Thank you for saving Kitty before.
Do you want to come back to Ione?
Yes, of course.
If you want it, you can go back tomorrow. I will arrange a wagon to get you back home safely.
How about the contract between the two kingdoms? What are you going to do with Ione?
Rest assured, Masha will still protect Ione, provided that your kingdom won't break the contract.
Isn't that you always wanted to conquer that whole world? Why can't you easily let me go like that? What is your ambition?
I don't want to invade anywhere. Everyone has the rights to live happily. It's just, I don't want to disobey my father king. This wedding with Princess Dulcie was also because father wanted to strengthen his power. In exchange, I won't have to conquer anywhere. And then Basil left, leaving Elmira there with many thoughts.
Is there any way that he isn't bad as I thought? From the first day I came here, indeed, he has been the only one who hasn't despised me at all. Oh no! Then I just did a stupid thing!
Almira quickly ran to Basil's room to prevent Dulcie's plan. Because she hadn't had any reason to enter their room, so the guards blocked her. She could only climb there through the tree growing outside the window of Basil's room. Ignoring the spikes continuously perched at her body, Almira finally got there. Indeed, the things happened as Almira's planned. Basil had absolutely no strength to resist.
Dulcie, stop it! Don't harm Basil! What are you doing? You don't want to come back? Of course I want. Then don't stop me. We're all taken advantage by the king to serve for his greed. One day, you will be like Basil. The king grew me up. I will never betray him. If you still want to prevent me, I will also never let you off.
Meanwhile, Basil gradually recovered, and he could take back a little of his strength. He quickly blew away Dulcie's spellbook and controlled her. Knowing that he couldn't stay at the palace anymore, Basil immediately pulled Almira away. However, the king suddenly appeared and blocked them, not letting them to understand what was happening. The king suddenly turned into a scary devil. Turned out, the king had been harmed by that devil for so long, and the devil took his position for years. He wanted to take advantage of Basil to expand his territory, because he would be able to get more life spirit from more people. Knowing that Basil wouldn't be able to defeat the devil, Almira remembered something. She quickly found the way to escape. The devil didn't mind Almira at all, because his target was only Basil. He quickly controlled Basil and sucked his power. Everything was thought to be ended. Then, Almira appeared again with the sacred sword on her hand. She threw the sword to Basil, and with the sword, Basil could escape from the danger. Basil was thought to defeat the devil with his sword. However, he had wasted too much energy, so he couldn't be able to defeat the devil.
Human is so stupid. You don't know that I absorbed all of your parents' life spirit, and then you grew up as a tool. but you are still loyal and blindly work for me. Then after finishing you, there will be another one to replace you and help me open the territory. And this will include your beautiful Ione, Elmira.
The devil comfortably enjoyed the life spirit of Basil and Elmira without noticing that Dulcie had awakened up. Dulcie was so angry that she used her magic to tie the devil up. Taking the chance, Basil quickly used the sword to finish him. After everything has ended, Basil took the throne and ruled Masha. He stopped the nonsense invasions and took care of citizens' life. Basil even freed Dulcie and brought Elmira back as he had promised. A year later, a large wagon stopped by the gate of Ione Palaces. That was Basil. He had went there to propose to Elmira, the kind and brave princess who had helped him in difficulties.
What would it be like if one day you could explore your unique spirit animal's essence?
What? Have I become a crow fairy now?
Don't forget to subscribe to WOA Fairy Tale to continue following the story. In a world filled with injustice, the fairy race, known as the fairies, was considered a noble and powerful class. In contrast, ordinary humans were considered the lowest class. Heidi's family was no exception. Her mother was seriously ill due to the oppression of the fairies, and her younger sister was overly playful and spoiled. Heidi had to work hard every day to support her family. Growing up, Heidi had a shy and reserved nature, making it challenging for her to share her emotions. She longed to become a fairy, to gain respect and rescue her family from poverty. Recently, rumors had surfaced in the city about a magical stone that could transform humans into fairies.
I must obtain that stone. But the high-ranking fairy named Levi owns it! Are you not afraid?
Heidi disregarded the danger and followed what she knew to the location where the stone was kept.
There it is! Why would someone guard such a valuable item so carelessly?
When Heidi touched the mystical stone, a miraculous event occurred.
Wonderful! I am now a fairy! But why a crow?
Because the crow symbolizes your determination, rebirth, and renewal, as well as your dedication. In truth, the crow is the spirit animal within your soul. My magic will help you reveal that.
So that's it.
Unfortunately, Heidi was caught by the stone's owner.
How dare you trespass on my property? You will have to make amends by becoming my bride.
What? Never!
Levi threatened to harm Heidi's family if she didn't comply. From then on, Heidi was forced to live with Levi in his grand cold castle. She managed to send a crow to deliver news to her family.
This is our betrothal! You are not allowed to remove it!
During the initial period, she despised him. Levi had guards patrolling the estate, making it impossible for Heidi to escape. Heidi tried various ways, but her efforts were in vain. Despite her resistance, Levi always treated her gently, as if she were a true princess, showering her with care. But that didn't mean she was lowering her guard. She loathed these fake fairies more than anyone. Since becoming a crow fairy, Heidi had undergone some unusual changes. Adapting had been difficult. One fine day, Heidi started to see Levi differently.
Oh no! A monster is approaching my old village!
Step back and let me handle it!
Heidi was deeply moved by Levi and shared her family's situation with him.
I've already taken care of your family. As long as you stay with me, there's no need to worry about anything.
Their time together became more peaceful. Heidi began to open her heart and explore the culture and history of the fairy race.
The fairy race believes in valuing individuals, believing in their own worth and unique talents. I think you also need to find your passion and interests.
For the first time, Heidi began to live for herself and do what she loved. Gradually, she developed feelings for him. She realized that he was different from the deceitful fairies outside. He loved all beings, including humans, and always stood up for them. He believed that the fairy race's excessive individualism had led them to mistreat those who were weaker.
I will change that.
But this decision led to Levi having many enemies outside. At a party he organized, disaster struck.
Is this Levi's wife? I heard she used to be a human. How pitiful.
The taunts and gossip made Heidi feel humiliated and hurt. She had to find a way to escape from there.
Stay right there.
Who are you?
I can't allow someone with human blood to enter this place. Get out!
Heidi had never endured such humiliation. She didn't belong in Levi's world. That night, Levi and Heidi had a serious conversation. Levi believed that Heidi was no longer safe here and decided to send her home immediately.
But what about those who are opposing you?
Don't worry about me. Reunite with your family. I hope you will be safe. I love you, Heidi.
The words kept choking inside her mouth. She couldn't respond that love. She didn't have the courage to overcome her shyness and insecurities. Love was something she considered extremely elusive. Someone like Heidi might never have it in her lifetime.
What a beautiful mansion! Levi really kept his promise.
However, despite the wealth, her family wasn't happy.
Oh, you're back, sis.
Heidi's younger sister Hallie regretted not helping her earlier and was remorseful for being careless. When she learned that her sister was taken, Hallie tried to find her, but couldn't enter the mansion.
I regret it so much, Heidi. If I could turn back time, I would tell you how much I love you.
This made Heidi realize that when you love someone, you must express it. Heidi decided to return to Levi to confess her feelings. But now, there was no one in his home.
The master has been captured by Cory. He asked me to give you this letter.
Cory and Levi were two fairies leading the Supreme Court. While Levi aimed to change the injustice, Cory wanted to torment or even exterminate humans.
Why do you have to fight for humans when humans can never love you?
To prove his point, Cory had cursed Levi. In 1 month, if Levi cannot make a girl with human blood say, "I love you," to him, he will lose all his power. From the beginning, everything had been part of Levi's plan. From spreading rumors about the magical stone to intentionally not guarding it. Levi transformed Heidi into a crow fairy to ensure her safety and be with her. As the deadline of 1 month approached, he returned Heidi home. He loved her deeply.
I'm sorry. If only I had been more courageous that night. Huh?
Heidi unleashed her crow power and rushed to find Levi. But it was too late. The 1 month deadline had passed. Levi was in excruciating pain, feeling his powers draining away.
Huh? You monster! Remove the curse on Levi now, or I will report you.
You're such a foolish girl. Watch this.
In the most tense moment, a magical spell appeared. It turned out that before Levi's mother passed away, she had transferred all her magic to this stone and gave it to him as a protective charm.
Heidi, you have proven your love. I can lift the curse on Levi, but you must solve a riddle. I can break, I can be attacked, I can be given, I can be kept, I can be crushed, yet I can be whole at the same time. What am I?
Heidi looked at Levi with affectionate eyes and immediately had her answer.
Love. It's love.
The pure love's light radiated everywhere, and Levi regained his strength. They both defeated Corey and brought justice. In the end, Heidi was finally able to say that she loved him sincerely. They lived happily together and used their powers to help humans. Once upon a time, there was a spider queen, and this is the tale of her life. But first, follow the WOA Fairy Tales channel.
Don't interrupt the story, okay?
The Spider Queen, Charlotte, lived in seclusion within the forest, as everyone feared her eerie presence. In reality, Charlotte was very kind-hearted. She used her abilities to protect the forest. Despite her kindness, Charlotte believed herself to be terrifying. In the past, Charlotte's former husband sacrificed himself trying to save her. But people misunderstood that she was the one who harmed him. Since then, Charlotte chose to live alone, befriending only the unhatched spiderlings. Deep down, she longed for love and companionship. That day changed Charlotte's life.
Why are you here, human?
This is Princess Wendy.
Actually, I need your help. I'm an outsider. No one values me. I'm always alone. I have to win the fabric weaving contest for the princesses, so the royal family won't abandon me. But my weaving skills are poor, so you want me to do it for you? The answer is no. If I win, I can convince the people that you're not scary, and if they see your talent, they'll trust us.
Charlotte didn't want to see herself and her spiderlings lonely anymore. Charlotte also empathized with the prince's situation. Wendy went all out to protect Charlotte, and it had been a long time since the Spider Queen received such respect when they returned to the castle. That night, she diligently wove a beautiful gown for Wendy to use in the contest.
It's marvelous! Truly breathtaking! Thank you?
Her efforts were rewarded. The gown she sewed for Wendy was indeed the most beautiful gown. And Wendy easily won the first round of the competition. The dress is stunning.
I had no idea the princess was so amazing.
People like my dress? It's truly that wonderful?
Wendy was really glad after coming back from the contest.
I knew you were right.
Unbeknownst to them, Anna, a competitor, plotted revenge against Wendy. Little did the villains know that Charlotte was with the princess. And they were quickly defeated.
Charlotte, if you didn't, Don't. You're my friend. I'll do everything to protect you. I'm not...
Though Wendy behaved strangely, Charlotte couldn't investigate further, as she had to prepare for the next round of the contest. In the following round, the princesses had to weave a giant fabric kite across a deep abyss. In the end, only Princess Wendy and her rival Anna remained. And of course, the kite woven by Charlotte brought victory to Wendy. Wendy! 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 Spider Queen Charlotte felt as if she was being cheered for.
I can't lose. You'll pay for this.
Wendy, thanks to you, I discovered my own talent, and you became my friend. I truly appreciate it, after all these years. I'm not the person you think I am.
The princess left again, just like before. But this time, Charlotte couldn't ignore her friend. And she discovered the secret that Wendy had been hiding. The princess wasn't abandoned at all. Wendy was actually quite playful and loved parties. Out of vanity, she had bet that she would win the contest. Wendy seemed hesitant, but...
So you deceived me? Just to satisfy your selfish vanity?
Yes, but I truly regret it. Because you actually cared about me. You were the first person. I can still convince them that you're not scary.
Enough!
Thinking she would be loved, the Spider Queen was deceived by her own friend. Just when it seemed the Spider Queen would go back to her old life, another twist occurred.
You attacked us that night. Why did you do it? Speak!
Charlotte had discovered that Anna had sent her henchmen to harm her, and Wendy for revenge.
It can't be!
But no matter what, she couldn't abandon her friend.
What's now?
The final round of the contest was taking place, and the Spider Queen arrived just in time as Wendy began her performance. Wendy had to weave a fabric bridge across the deep chasm and dance on it.
How can Wendy weave the bridge?
Seeing the scratches on Wendy's hands, Charlotte understood everything.
I must complete the final challenge. Only Charlotte is my friend. I can't let her down.
Wendy, you've done it. You've changed.
However, Charlotte had forgotten about Anna, who had sabotaged the fabric bridge and the safety net below. The bridge couldn't bear Wendy's weight. And we come back to the starting point of the story. Wendy was too far away, and Charlotte tried her best but couldn't reach her. With quick thinking, she shot a spider silk from afar and wove a web to save Wendy. But Charlotte couldn't save herself.
Charlotte! Charlotte!
People rushed down the chasm upon witnessing the incident.
Charlotte, don't go!
Thank you for being my friend. You made me realize how amazing I am.
In the end, Charlotte achieved her wish, understanding that opening her heart was the key to love. Anna was caught for her crimes. Witnessing Charlotte's actions, people completely changed their perception of spiders. Wendy decided to adopt Charlotte's newly hatched spiderlings, and noticed one that resembled her old friend.
Within a certain kingdom, the royal lineage always gave birth to twin pairs. One with flowing golden hair, and another with hair as silver as strands of thread. According to a legend passed down by a deity for hundreds of years.
Subscribe to the WOA Fairy Tales channel.
Oops, wrong script!
Oh, about the royal twin pair.
Only the golden child was considered the rightful heir. The silver children, like Sylvie, were considered surplus. Elder sister Chrysa was always treated more kindly than Sylvie. All the precious gold, a rarity, was seized to be used for the golden princess Chrysa. The silver princess wasn't treated with the same kindness. She was only allowed silver possessions. Deep within, she longed to be like her elder sister. Chrysa loved Sylvie, but couldn't pay much attention to her due to her royal duties. As a result, the silver princess felt increasingly isolated. On their 18th birthday, a grand celebration was held for the royal twin pair, with Chrysa as the protagonist, of course. The silver princess Sylvie was merely an unnamed guest, despite sharing the same birth date with her sister. Feeling dejected and alone, Sylvie left the celebration unnoticed. She found herself in the black market area without realizing how she got there. What's that? A golden ring? Shouldn't the royal family have confiscated all the gold? In the black market, you can find anything. It's quite expensive, my dear. Sylvie emptied her pockets to buy the ring. She had long wished for a golden item. Unbeknownst to Sylvie, a golden spirit had been trapped in the ring for hundreds of years, and she had inadvertently set it free.
I've read your thoughts. I'll help you to become a golden princess to repay you.
No, don't! Who are you? I don't understand.
It doesn't matter about whether you want to be a silver princess for life.
Though doubtful, the sweet persuasion moved Sylvie.
With this magic, you must exchange something of your silver for it. Something I choose.
Sylvie agreed without hesitation.
Bathe with this potion.
The potion turned Sylvie's bath into a magical tub. Unbeknownst to the silver princess, the potion also affected Chrysa. The magical bathtub changed not only Sylvie, but also swap her hair color with her golden sister. Wow! Ah! The entire kingdom was shaken by this unprecedented event. In the end, they followed the legend's words and made Sylvie the heir. Thus, Sylvie became the golden princess she had always dreamed of. Living the luxurious life she had yearned for. Sylvie had never been happier. Now, wherever she went, Sylvie drew everyone's attention. No one was indifferent as they were when she was the Silver Princess.
She's so beautiful. Don't be too obvious. So, it's okay for you to be obvious, huh?
But Sylvie was unaware of the heavy responsibilities a golden princess bore.
Sylvie?
To become an heir, Sylvie needed to learn many things, but she struggled to adapt quickly.
Sylvie? Sylvie?
And she was often scolded by the king.
Sylvie! How can you become an heir like this? Do you know that your sister?
What about my sister? Of course, the day when Sylvie couldn't bear it anymore arrived. Utterly disillusioned, the princess left. Now, Sylvie just wanted to be alone, but she couldn't escape the attention of others.
You made her scared.
As if it isn't ye.
Lost in thought, she wandered back to her old room, only to be greatly surprised by the presence of her elder sister.
Sylvie, is that you?
In the past, Chrysa had been burdened by the responsibilities of an heir. Becoming a silver princess had granted Chrysa the freedom to do whatever she pleased without oversight.
But being a silver princess is very lonely. No one befriends me. I'm like a ghost. Now I understand how lonely you feel, and I didn't pay attention. I'm sorry, Sylvie. No, I didn't know how much you struggled either.
Congratulations, but now it's time to fulfill the debt.
The golden spirit came to collect what Sylvie had agreed upon.
And what I want in return is your silver sister.
What? How is that possible?
It's a deal. Something of your silver and of my choosing.
No! She's my sister! I won't!
Don't defy the contract!
The angry spirit transformed into a golden creature and pursued the sisters to demand what was owed. And they were driven to the king's court. The golden creature easily overpowered any feeble resistance.
Enough of this game!
He was determined to claim the silver sister, Chrysa. It's my fault. If I hadn't been selfish, if I had cared about you. Suddenly, Sylvie realized she still held the golden spirit's potion. As long as you're safe, I don't need this material possession. The demon couldn't take away something that wasn't part of the deal. Take me instead!
Aren't you in the royal lineage? Correct. I am Fergal, the first golden ruler. And also the one who concocted the false legend. I was consumed by my lust for power. When I passed away, the god of death punished me for my deception, and my soul was trapped within the golden ring. I can only be freed if a silver princess or prince touches the ring. Looking into Sylvie's mind, I realized my mistake. I caused my descendants to suffer. That's why I orchestrated this play, so that you two could understand each other.
So, the prophecy was a lie! I apologize. Because of it, I made you suffer. I never understood you.
The golden spirit redeemed his mistake and was able to transcend. The external appearance no longer mattered. There was no longer a golden princess or a silver princess. And Sylvie finally found what truly made her happy. Deep within the ancient forest, where trees stood tall and mighty, and the animals had migrated to other lands, there existed a peculiar creature, a hybrid between a human and a snake. She was the snake goddess Medea. Her beauty enchanted anyone who gazed upon her, leaving them utterly mesmerized. To maintain her allure, Medea had to draw the souls of young men who fell into her trap.
I will willingly offer my heart to you!
At that moment, Medea would drain their souls entirely, making her look ever youthful and beautiful. Until one day, as Medea was seeking her prey,
Stay away!
Medea noticed the young man being attacked by a venomous snake. This will surely be a tasty morsel. As she approached, the snake immediately slithered away.
Thank you for saving me. I'm Liam.
You are quite handsome. Where are you headed? Liam explained that he was exploring with his half-brother Ricky, who got separated suddenly. On Ricky's side, he had left Liam, exited the forest, and happily returned to the castle. It's getting late. You should come to my place. Tomorrow morning I'll guide you out of here. Liam had no other choice but to follow her. Upon reaching her cave, Medea quickly dismissed her attendants. Welcome in! Your dinner awaits.
I'm already full.
I have something to confess. I like you. Do you want to give your heart to me?
No.
Never before had anyone resisted Medea's seduction. Liam silently left and peacefully slept in a corner, ignoring Medea's anger. The next morning, when Medea woke up, she didn't find Liam anywhere, just a thank you note stating that he would find his own way out. Medea rushed outside and found Liam's footprints. She immediately followed them. She kept walking and walking until it was dark, and she saw a vast castle ahead. Here you are! You can't escape now, Liam! As Medea sneaked into the castle's gate, she was discovered by 2 guards. She quickly subdued them. While crawling through the corridors, Medea was spotted by Ricky.
Who's there? Stop!
Medea ran and reached a dead end, transforming back into a human. Ricky angrily drew his sword to attack Medea.
Stop! She's a friend, not a thief. Let's go.
First I saved you, now you saved me. A fair deal.
Why are you here?
The forest I lived in was threatened by evildoers, so I had to find a hiding place. And coincidentally, I found myself here. Little did I know it was your castle. Moved by Medea's circumstances, Liam agreed to let her stay and led her to an extremely tidy and neat room with beautiful clothes. Does nobody use this room?
This room belonged to a girl who is important to me, but she's no longer with us.
Liam's mystery intrigued Medea even more, fueling her determination to steal his heart. Every day, Medea followed Liam, attempting to seduce him, but Liam remained unaffected. One day, Medea followed Liam to a tomb, and her curiosity got the best of her. She saw Liam laying flowers on the grave and crying. It turned out that grave belongs to Liam's late wife, the one who had passed away. And the room Medea was staying in used to be where they read and played together. Medea suddenly felt her actions had lost their meaning. Is Liam's cold demeanor due to this reason?
I will play the melody you like.
As the flute played, Medea lost control of her body. It didn't obey her own commands, her human form twisting. Medea was terrified, for if this continued, she would fully transform into a snake. I'm sorry! From a distance, Ricky witnessed it all, laughed, and left. The next day, Ricky handed Medea an invitation to a music party that night, hoping she would attend.
If I go, I may reveal my true form. I'm busy.
This might be the last time you see Liam.
Why is that?
Come and find out.
That night, Medea decided to go to the party, wearing the clothes of Liam's deceased wife, looking magnificent. As she entered the party, Liam was preparing to perform his act. The sound of the flute and the accompanying music captivated Medea, and she couldn't help but start dancing. Medea became afraid and tried to find an escape.
Close the doors!
Medea couldn't bear it any longer and transformed into a snake.
Destroy the monster! Everything you said was a lie, right?
Liam, please listen to me. At first, I didn't plan to take your soul, but after being by your side and getting to know you, your love for your late wife, I gave up that intention.
Stop your nonsense!
Medea had no choice but to fight back. Liam stood there witnessing the chaos, remembering the time he spent with Medea, and suddenly he came to his senses.
Stop! Liam, you're siding with her? From now on, the throne will be mine.
Seeing Ricky's actions infuriated Medea even more. She went madly towards Ricky. Liam, please wake up!
Medea, I'm sorry for being cold to you, because I love you. You brought a sense of familiarity and happiness that I had lost for so long. But because I didn't want to suffer when loving someone else, I had to act that way.
Medea poured her entire soul into Liam's mouth, and his body started to glow, his wounds healed. Liam was saved, but it also meant that Medea would no longer stay eternally beautiful.
I love you not for your appearance.
Medea burst into tears of joy. From then on, the snake goddess Medea and Prince Liam ruled the kingdom together and lived happily ever after.
Do you believe in guardian angels? They are the ones who will be by your side, caring for and protecting you throughout your life. Please subscribe to WOA Fairy Tales to follow the story. Today was an important day for 3 apprentice angels named Riley, Nora, and Brooklyn.
Before you officially become guardian angels, you must care for Sasha, a recently departed soul. This is a very special soul, and her reincarnation process needs to go smoothly. Keep going.
The 3 angels couldn't understand why they needed all 3 of them to care for such a small soul. However, they were certain that the Archangel had a worthy reason for it.
What happened? Where am I?
Stay calm. You are in heaven, and we will help you through the reincarnation process.
Reincarnation? But...
In the evening before, Sasha was strolling when she got hit by a horse-drawn carriage running at a frightening speed. When she opened her eyes, she found herself in heaven. She couldn't accept that her life had ended so abruptly.
The scar on her face must be from that accident.
All 3 of them led Sasha to the Castle of Designation.
This is your music box. Every soul needs to embrace their destiny and the limited time they have on Earth. After passing away, each soul is given a music box to reflect their life. Within 7 days, our responsibility is to help you compose that music by unfolding the story you narrate. If your music is beautiful, you will be reborn into a life of privilege. If it's ordinary, you will be an ordinary citizen.
But if the music is discordant, you might become creatures of the lower realms. The Archangel will be the one to review your music. Is that so?
In the following days, despite the attentive care from the angels, Sasha remained silent and refused to speak. On the third day, Brooklyn had an idea. She created an illusion of Sasha's perfect life in the next incarnation.
Who knows? Maybe you'll become a princess. Wouldn't that be nice?
The enthusiasm from the angels finally convinced Sasha to share her life story. She had a natural talent for music and pursued her passion, despite her mother's disapproval. At the age of 16, she shined when she performed for the king at the city's Grand Theatre. Later, her self-composed and performed music became famous everywhere, but Sasha regretted that she couldn't say goodbye to her mother before leaving this world.
This overwhelming sorrow has left me unable to share my own story.
Now I understand. I will compose a song for you.
Wait, something doesn't feel right. Look closely. These doves are the ones who lied during the creation of their music. Hence, they've been punished. If you lie, you might end up becoming one of these doves.
I'm telling the truth.
To verify her words, the three angels determined to conjure an illusion of the most crucial moment in Sasha's life. The time when she sang for the king and was asked to recreate that event.
It's too crowded.
Overcoming stage fright and the fear of crowds, she couldn't muster the courage to raise her voice in song.
I can't do it. I just can't. I knew she was lying. Come on, we need to help Sasha complete the melody of her life with honesty.
On Sasha's side, she kept running and running, avoiding facing the truth about herself. She hid amidst a cluster of clouds, evading for 2 whole days. News of a runaway soul reached the ears of the Archangel.
Why did you let Sasha escape like that?
Sir, Sasha told a lie.
This is not good. Go quickly and find her. Otherwise, graduation is out of the question.
Mikey, a cherub who tends to doves, overheard their conversation. Looks like I'm getting a new dove soon. Off you go, find Sasha. By the 7th day, the flock of doves had located Sasha's hiding place. How long did you plan on running?
No, stay away!
Unintentionally, she stumbled upon a mirror of truth, forcing her to confront her most dreadful memories. Sasha's family were impoverished farmers. They discouraged her from including in lofty dreams, and instead urged her to find a stable job. Thus, they forbade her from singing. Nevertheless, Sasha rebelled against her mother's wishes and entered a music contest. There, she was terrified by the audience and the stern judges. Unable to sing, she discovered she suffered from stage fright. In a rush, Sasha tried to escape but tripped and gained a scar on her face. Afterward, Sasha's self-esteem plummeted. She retreated to a simple life, only daring to sing in the presence of close family. Throughout her life, her melody remained incomplete. Thanks to this mirror, I've learned the truth about you. From now on, you belong to my dove flock. Sasha lost all memories of her past life, blindly following Mikey. The trio of angels searched futilely for Sasha everywhere.
We might never graduate after all.
Then, when they saw Mikey with a new dove, the dove bore a scar on its face, just like Sasha.
Look, it seems Mikey has turned Sasha into that dove.
They temporarily used a control spell on Mikey and rescued Sasha just in time. However, Sasha now remembered nothing and couldn't speak anymore.
Our only choice is to take Sasha to the memory vault.
The memory vault contained every soul's recollections.
Gather around.
The three angels flew into an endless void. They diligently collected the shattered pieces of Sasha's memories and pieced them together into a complete painting. However, 3 radiant fragments flew automatically into the hands of Riley, Brooklyn, and Nora. It was as if these memories were meant for them alone, and they were plunged into past illusions. In a moment when Sasha was rejected at the singing contest, she visited a park and sang alone. Unbeknownst to Sasha, her soothing melody had consoled a crippled girl on her final day. Following a quarrel with her mother about her lack of talent, Sasha stumbled upon an abandoned cat and adopted it. She cared for the cat daily and sang to it. The cat fell ill and passed away, causing Sasha immense grief. Sasha had once helped a troubled child from an unhappy family. She would visit the child daily, singing to bring joy. But the child disappeared unexpectedly. Since then, Sasha shied away from making friends and lived in self-doubt.
So, we're the people Sasha helped in the past.
After all 3 passed away in their previous lives, they became angels due to their pure and virtuous souls. Yet, they had forgotten Sasha, who had comforted them with her singing in their final moments. This was the true reason why the Archangel wanted them to care for Sasha. Sasha regained her memories and returned to her former self.
I'm truly sorry, everyone. I've always been burdened by the meaningless life I've led, which made me unable to face the truth. But your voice carried us through those dark days.
You have a gift. Just believe in yourself.
Finally, they succeeded in composing the perfect melody based on Sasha's life.
I'm ready now. Please listen.
However, the music abruptly stopped midway.
The reason this song can't continue is that Sasha is still alive. This was my plan to help you regain your confidence. Also, for the trio of angels to recognize their benefactor. From now on, you're officially guardians, protecting Sasha and humanity.
Sasha had the chance to live once more. One life was enough for her to live passionately with her dreams. In the end, she completed her magnificent melody. She knew that as long as she did good, there would always be guardian angels by her side, watching over her.
Oh my, who could be this beautiful? But wait. No! No!
What happened to Rosemary? Press the subscribe button for WOA Fairy Tale to find out. Far from the bustling city, deep in the woods, there is a magnificent rose garden. The owner is Queen Rosemary. She's so charming and enchanting that even the flowers bow to her beauty. However, not everyone can enter that rose garden. Rosemary built a giant thorny wall that separated it from the rest of the world. Rosemary had an adopted sister named Evelyn. She was a lively, mischievous girl who adored Rosemary.
Look at me, sis!
But Rosemary always maintained a cold attitude.
Stop fooling around and get to work.
Rosemary often assigned Evelyn to do the most laborious tasks. Nevertheless, Evelyn cheerfully carried out her duties. Rose's attitude was like that because Rosemary adopted Evelyn not out of love, but to obtain the girl's pain. Once, Rosemary was a beautiful celestial flower. However, she was incredibly arrogant and conceited.
What are you looking at?
As she didn't want anyone to be more beautiful than herself, Rosemary secretly created flower powder that acted as poison to induce allergies and make other celestial flowers become ugly. Rosemary's wicked actions infuriated the queen of the celestial flowers.
I will send you to the mortal world, and you must gather the pain of humans to nurture the rose garden. This is the only way to maintain your beauty. If the rose garden withers, you will age and become ugly. Please don't do this. I've learned my lesson. You will only be beautiful and immortal forever when you gather the pain from the person with the purest heart.
This was a terrifying punishment for Rosemary. Everyone knew how much she revered and was proud of her beauty.
Where can I find a person with the purest heart? Save me! I can't endure anymore. Please save the child.
And that child was Evelyn. Seeing that sacred motherly love, Rosemary could sense that the child would grow up with the purest, kind heart. So, after Evelyn's mother passed away, Rosemary decided to adopt the child and keep her by her side. Evelyn grew smarter as she got older. She always tried to chat and stay close to Rosemary.
Sister, why don't you go out and play with friends? Why do you stay in this rose garden all day? Don't you feel lonely?
Evelyn's question made Rosemary realize that she had lived this way for too long, and it had become the norm.
I'm used to it. I can live like this forever, as long as I have this beauty. It will never fade.
Don't worry, sis. You'll have me as a friend.
Rosemary laughed, a smile that Evelyn had never seen before. The girl was delighted that she could make Rosemary laugh.
I mustn't show my emotions, otherwise my plan will be ruined.
When Evelyn went to sleep, the rose garden lit up, and that was when Rosemary would open the door to let beautiful girls come and admire the roses. While the other girls were playing and having fun, Lily was sitting in a corner looking despondent. Rosemary saw her target and immediately entered Lily's mind.
Oh? What can I do to help you?
Oh. My mom is gone. I'm in pain.
Isn't it because you were causing trouble or taking your mother's money to have fun that she left?
Why are you?
You're only in pain because you don't have a place to get money anymore.
Mom, I was wrong. Mom!
I can help you. Just give me the gem of that pain.
Lily hesitated and then handed it to Rosemary. Immediately, Rosemary took it and jumped out of Lily's mind. Lily, in agony, transformed into a rose bush. Rosemary absorbed the pain in delight. Her face glowed with life and youth.
As long as I can obtain Evelyn's pain, I will be beautiful and immortal forever.
Rosemary had been regularly entering Evelyn's mind to search for any signs of pain. But she could only find joyful memories. This made her frustrated, and she continued to make Evelyn work tirelessly, hoping to make her resentful. However, Evelyn remained cheerful and never expressed hatred towards her. One day, as usual, Rosemary welcomed the beauty into her rose garden. But this time, there was a new, unfamiliar face among them. I'm Ethan, a wandering artist. Could you allow me to paint this rose garden? Rosemary didn't want to disturb other girls.
Don't ruin my flowers.
She secretly directed a thorn from a rose to prick Ethan, causing him to faint. Rosemary continued to delve into the minds of the beautiful girls and take away their pain.
The artist is still here.
When she remembered, it was too late. He had already regained consciousness and started a conversation with Evelyn.
Sister, this is Ethan, my new friend. Please let Ethan stay and play here.
At first, Rosemary didn't agree. But after infiltrating Ethan's mind, she noticed many shadows within him.
Ethan, can you help me make Evelyn suffer?
Every day, Evelyn and Ethan assisted Rosemary in caring for the rose garden, and their connection grew stronger. Evelyn, innocent and never having much contact with men, easily succumbed to his sweet charms. Evelyn, this rose garden holds great value. Why don't we sell it for a fortune and live a joyful life together?
No, we can't. The rose garden is very important to my sister. I can't betray her caretaker.
Unwilling to accept this, Ethan secretly followed Rosemary and discovered her true identity as a creature that thrived on others' pain to appear beautiful. You monster! So this beauty is nothing but a facade?
You!
I'll let your little sister know the truth. Evelyn will suffer greatly. In truth, deep down, Rosemary didn't want to hurt the young girl this way. If you want me to keep quiet, give up the rose garden and leave.
I'm not easily intimidated like that. If you reveal the truth that causes Evelyn pain, I'll be the one to do it. I've known the truth for a long time. My pain is what you desire.
Evelyn always pretended to be asleep and followed Rosemary whenever she carried out her plans. Perhaps because of Evelyn's selfishness, she chose to remain silent to protect her sister. Stop this act! Ethan went on a rampage, destroying the rose garden. The roses uprooted as if drained of life. Struggling, Evelyn rose and used her last ounce of strength to protect Rosemary.
Sister, wake up! You're the only family I have!
Rosemary realized that she was Evelyn's true source of pain. Rosemary could have used the pain to resurrect herself, but she chose not to. Evelyn embraced her sister, who was gasping for breath, and kissed Rosemary's forehead. Evelyn's love had healed her wounds. Because in love, there is always pain. They go hand in hand, complementing each other, making love stronger and more profound than ever. That was also the key to breaking Rosemary's curse, as she realized that appearances weren't everything, and that emotions were the most precious. Rosemary accepted her aging, no longer immortal, and her pain was completely released, returning to the flowers.
Congratulations on finding the answer to the curse.
The Flower Fairy Queen welcomed Rosemary and Evelyn back to the fairy garden. From that moment on, the two sisters lived a happy and joyful life together. Rosemary was no longer haughty and arrogant as before. She was humble and helped everyone. In this world, what could be more wonderful than enjoying your favorite food and being with the one you love? And Princess Millie was no exception. She was born into a royal family. Because of that, she can indulge in all the delicious and exotic things in the world. Millie ate anytime, anywhere, even in her dreams. Gradually, Millie's slender figure was replaced by a plump one. However, she was always praised for her exceptional intelligence. In contrast to Millie, her twin sister Rosie was incredibly beautiful, with a slim figure. Just like her name Rosie, she had shiny hair that exuded the fragrance of roses, and was truly enchanting. But not everyone is blessed with everything, and Rosie wasn't as talented as her sister Millie. As days went by, the difference between the two sisters became more apparent. Not only that, Millie was also very strong.
Have I gained weight again for no reason?
She looked at herself in the mirror, feeling even more insecure about her chubby body. When she went outside, Millie felt uncomfortable seeing people staring at her.
Surely those people are secretly laughing at me.
Gradually, Millie distanced herself from others, locking herself at home and avoiding any interaction. Millie's mother worried about her, so she cooked special meals for her.
Why do you always make me eat something different from the rest of the family? I don't like it. Tomorrow there's a royal ball happening, and I really want to go. Can you come with me, sis? No, never. I don't want to be a laughingstock.
The next day, a knock at the door woke Millie up.
Millie, tonight is the night of the ball. Please, come with me. You're too bothersome. Don't waste your efforts anymore. Help me, Millie. You also know that Rosie is too naive and trusting. I can't let her go alone. She worries me. Fine, but just this once.
The two princesses started preparing for their journey. Rosie packed many beautiful dresses to take along, while Millie only had one fitting dress. Millie and Rosie bid farewell to their mother and set off towards the palace. After a while, the carriage stopped in a small village.
I'm so hungry. We need to find something to eat.
Sadly, the village was desolate due to a drought.
Sister Millie, let's think of a way to help them.
Thanks to Millie's intelligence, she quickly found an underground water source.
Ah, I found it.
Thank heavens!
Truly a genius. We have water now. We have water. I can be useful too.
The two princesses continued to help the villagers rebuild their devastated village. Millie diligently watered the colorful flowers and helped the people push carts and rebuild their houses. Meanwhile, Rosie used her magical hair to bring new life to everything around. The villagers were immensely grateful to the two princesses, and they gave Millie and Rosie delicious food and invited them to stay. But Millie and Rosie declined because they had to hurry to the ball on time.
Those people are truly wonderful. They're not hateful like the people in our hometown.
Finally, they arrived at the palace, looking at the bustling crowd. Rosie's heart was filled with excitement, while Millie felt indifferent, munching on her food. Rosie hurriedly pulled Millie into the dressing room inside the palace. Rosie eagerly took out the most beautiful dresses. She looked magnificent in every outfit, like a true flower. Millie took out her only dress. It turned out Millie had eaten too much of the food the villagers gave her, which made her body gain more weight.
I'm done. Rosie, you should go to the ball alone.
Huh? No, I'm afraid without you. You have to come with me.
Millie felt powerless and reluctantly picked up the dress to try it on again.
Let me help you.
Rosie struggled to help Millie put on the dress, but it was challenging. After a while of struggling, the final button was finally fastened. Millie looked at her round figure from top to bottom. Every movement had to be careful, making her more uncomfortable. The night gradually fell and the palace lit up. Millie and Rosie entered, and all eyes were on the two princesses.
I bet everyone is laughing at my body.
But contrary to Millie's thoughts, everyone made way for her.
This is the acceptance I was looking for.
Greetings, handsome princes and beautiful princesses. In just a few minutes, the ball will officially begin. Prince Lucas will only dance with one person. And that person is the one who overcomes the prince's challenges.
Huh?
Come on, Millie, do your best. Play along, I'm not in the mood. Please, for your little sister.
Finally, Millie took the lead in asking the questions and facing the challenges. Everyone couldn't deny Millie's intelligence and quick wit. The doors of the room opened, and Prince Lucas appeared. Millie seemed indifferent, but when she saw the prince, she couldn't help but feel a flutter in her heart. May I have the pleasure of dancing with you?
I thought the prince would only dance with beautiful girls, the noble ones. Why would he choose someone plump and unattractive like me?
Lucas began leading her in the first steps. The tight dress made it even more difficult for Millie to move. Until now, my father, the king, always arranged meetings with beautiful girls. But deep down, they had narrow-minded thinking and were selfish. I just want to find someone with beauty and intellect, no matter how they look on the outside. While they were immersed in the music, they suddenly heard a loud rip. Millie looked down, and her dress had a big tear. She didn't know where to hide, so she searched for Rosie's help. But Millie saw Rosie being taken away by a group of strangers. They were Viper and Thorn, two villains who had been secretly following Millie and Rosie while they were helping the villagers and had witnessed Rosie's magical hair. Taking advantage of Rosie's naivety, they wanted to kidnap her and use her to earn money.
Stop! It's all because I didn't take good care of Rosie.
Fury fueled Millie's determination, and she ran alongside the horse-drawn carriage. The carriage overturned, and the horses went into a frenzy.
Rosie, run!
Viper and Thorn immediately chased after the two princesses. Millie ran to a large lake, but there was no way to cross. Millie looked at her plump figure and had a brilliant idea. Millie signaled for Rosie to climb onto her back. Millie acted as a buoy and swam Rosie to the other side.
Thank you, sis, for always helping and protecting me.
Millie realized that Rosie had always loved her, even when she despised everyone. Her frustration had spread to her sister as well. Both of them ran towards the edge of a cliff, with no other way out. With no other choice, Millie had to fight against Viper and Thorn barehanded. Suddenly, Millie heard Rosie scream. Millie was severely injured, and she was exhausted.
Farewell.
Why would you do this?
Because I love you. Millie woke up startled. It was all just a dream.
Rosie, thank you for being safe. These are all healthy dishes, delicious and won't make you gain weight. You can eat them to your heart's content.
It turned out that Millie had misunderstood her family all along, which had made her become resentful and unpleasant. No one despised or mocked Millie.
Truly a beautiful and kind-hearted girl.
Everyone passing by waved and greeted Millie warmly. Millie felt like the barriers between her and the others had been broken. Millie always chose healthy food, exercised diligently to avoid uncontrolled weight gain as before. Embrace everything with a positive attitude. That's how life... At the end of every October, the people of Mexico celebrate the Day of the Dead. The bridge between two worlds would be opened on this occasion, allowing the departed souls to reunite with their loved ones. In the previous Day of the Dead, Luciana met with a mishap while attending the festivities with her parents, Mr. Sanchez and Mrs. Ophelia. When she woke up, Luciana couldn't find her parents anywhere. To her horror, she realized that she had passed away and was transferred to the realm of the dead. The world of the dead was a reflection of the living world. Luciana returned home and found only her deceased grandparents. Her parents were not there.
How can I return to the living world? I have something to tell my parents.
The bridge is closed. You must wait until next year's festival. But Luciana, please don't go back to the living world.
Luciana couldn't bear to listen to her grandparents' words. A year flew by, and the Day of the Dead came again. Young souls like Luciana had to depart before the older ones. Despite the obstacles, Luciana was determined to return to the living world.
I can no longer stop you. Don't do anything that you will regret.
I understand.
Following the bustling crowd of spirits, Luciana arrived at the boundary between the two worlds.
Hey, stop right there, young lady.
Those with ill intentions toward their loved ones are not allowed on the bridge, and the death goddess sensed something in Luciana.
Oh, I mean no harm. I just want to meet my parents. Please believe me.
The death goddess wanted to test Luciana's heart.
Bring me 3 items that evoke memories between you and your parents. Then I will believe in your sincerity. You must be quick, as the bridge will close soon.
Luciana remembered a place closely associated with her mother Ophelia. It was her grandmother's restaurant. Luciana reunited with a deceased chef who reminded her of Ophelia's famous tacos. But no one knew Ophelia's recipe except Luciana. She tried to recall the times her mother took her to the restaurant. Gradually, Luciana remembered how to make the famous dish. And she remembered the times when her parents argued over Ophelia devoting too much time to the restaurant. Finally, Luciana succeeded in making her mother's famous tacos. So, she had the first item. To meet the deadline of the death goddess, she hurried to the next place, the bullfighting arena. Mr. Sanchez, Luciana's father, was a skilled bullfighter. Luciana easily found her father's bullfighting cloth there. When alive, she used to come here often to watch her father perform. Mr. Sanchez always mesmerized the audience with his talent. And like Ophelia, he became too immersed in his work, gradually forgetting his family. Luciana just wanted to leave this place quickly, but little did she know. Entering the arena was easy, but leaving was not simple at all. She had to defeat the bull to take the cloth. At that moment, memories of her with her father rushed back. Deep in her heart, Luciana always admired her brave father. She recalled those graceful movements and successfully reenacted his legendary victory. There was still one last item, and Luciana had to hurry as time was running out. She had to return to her home because her grandfather held this item. Luciana needed her grandfather's guitar. When they were happy, the whole Luciana family used to sing along with the guitar. But since her parents started quarreling, everything changed. Luciana recounted everything and begged to take the guitar. Although her grandparents were hesitant, seeing the other two items made them feel that Luciana had changed.
Here it is. Don't do anything that will make us regret.
Grandfather, I know. I understand.
Luciana, with all her strength, ran to the bridge between the realms of the living and the dead. She arrived just in time and completed the challenge of the Reaper.
You can pass, but don't do anything that will make you regret.
The words were just like those of Luciana's grandparents. If she wasn't mistaken, her parents would be gathered around her grave, which she had never seen before. And that was indeed the case.
Mom! Dad!
The Death Goddess was not wrong.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my child.
It's my fault. It's my fault.
There was something deeply unsettling in Luciana. The Luciana family was never happy. Her parents' quarrels happened continuously. During the previous festival, they had quarreled while driving a carriage. And it was their carelessness that caused the accident long ago. Luciana wanted to return to the living world to resent her parents. That was the evil intent that the Death Goddess mentioned. However, through the Death Goddess's challenge, the happy memories soothed Luciana's hatred. What Luciana needed to do was not to blame.
I forgive both of you.
Luciana freed her parents from their burden, and she freed herself from the pain of hatred. When she ascended to the living world,
General Eric returned home in the midst of a storm, only to be disappointed.
The baby is a girl.
A warrior's lineage doesn't need a daughter.
In Asgard, the land of the Norse gods, becoming a warrior was an honor, and men were highly regarded for it. One day, I must become a warrior like them. If you subscribe to WOA Fairy Tales channel, who knows, you might become like them. I'm not falling for that. Women in this land were coldly treated, like Valkyrie, who served the gods as a swan dancer, a job considered beneath warriors.
Beautiful, but a bit weak. Only for women.
Back at home, Valkyrie was always coldly treated, in stark contrast to her younger brother Edgar, a warrior in the Asgard army, to receive their father's attention and rigorous training. Although he wasn't particularly skilled.
Get up! If you continue like this, you'll never match Ragnar. And you, prepare a Pegasus for your brother. Hurry up!
With a strong passion, Valkyrie secretly practiced every night. She even excelled over her younger brother. Excellent!
Practicing tricks again? Do you intend to destroy your brother's things, huh? Women can't be warriors. Why? Why do you have a...
Valkyrie remained determined to pursue her dream. Her opportunity came when the supreme god Odin wanted to establish a new battalion.
The victor of this battle will be the first of the battalion. I will grant them immortality.
Edgar enrolled in the selection contest under their father's pressure. Father, I want to participate too. Doesn't everyone have the right to do so? To allow his daughter to participate, General Eric was worried about losing face.
If you can defeat Edgar, do whatever you want.
So Valkyrie and her younger brother competed against each other. Following the contest's rules, the first one to touch the ground loses. The dancer completely overwhelmed her warrior brother. But just when she was about to launch her final attack,
Edgar, defeat her! How could a fragile girl like that become a warrior?
she got distracted, and Edgar only needed to save his strength to secure victory.
I told you, so weak. Just accept it.
However, Edgar wanted his sister to impersonate him in the competition.
Father forced me into the army. I don't have the qualities. I just want a normal life. You lost because you were distracted. You're better than me. Every night, I saw you training. If you win, everyone will acknowledge you. You're strong. I'm sure you can do it.
All right, I agree. Hide here. You're safe with my friends. Put on this helmet, and no one will know who I am. Valkyrie easily disguised herself as Edgar, as he wasn't very tall. Ragnar, who often bullied Edgar, took notice of her.
So, you dare to compete, Edgar?
Her helmet fell off, revealing her true identity as the swan dancer.
Oh my god, look at this. General Eric's family is out of men, so they had to send their daughter. Valkyrie, come back! Come back immediately! How dare you!
No, I absolutely won't!
Dear Lord Odin, is there any rule that forbids women from participating in this contest?
Indeed, you are allowed to participate if you have a Pegasus and armor.
Eric demanded Edgar's Pegasus and armor back from Valkyrie.
Please, can someone lend me armor and a Pegasus?
Let her borrow him to mess around, huh? Not happening.
Father locked up all the armor! Your wings aren't fully healed yet. How can you fly?
How can I wear these shattered pieces of armor? With no other choice, Valkyrie had to bring her father to where Edgar was hiding.
So disappointing. Unbearable. Are you really my son?
In the end, I couldn't do anything. Do I have to do things I don't like for the rest of my life?
Looking at her swan dress, the dancer suddenly had a crazy idea. In the arena, Ragnar had defeated many opponents, including Edgar.
What's this? Why are you all so weak? Not a shred of masculinity. Who's next? Is there anyone brave enough to challenge me?
If no one dared to challenge, Ragnar would be the victor.
So the winner is...
I challenge you!
What's this? Isn't this a stage for you, dancer?
Valkyrie used her swan dress to create a new set of armor and heal her Pegasus.
I beg you, come back! Don't embarrass me like this! Is there anyone else brave enough to challenge me besides this dancer?
Get down! He's really strong! You won't stand a chance! I'm at a complete disadvantage here!
You're strong. I'm sure you can do it.
Valkyrie, Swan Dancer, touch you!
Approved! The battle begins!
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, on the other side of the arena is the most feminine warrior in the history of Asgard.
Ragnar couldn't believe that the feminine warrior immediately overwhelmed him.
Too fast? How? Since when? That's right, a woman, a little girl. And she's wearing that lightweight swan outfit. That's why she's so incredibly fast.
Ragnar's overconfidence in the dancer nearly cost him dearly. Many times, Valkyrie could have defeated him if not for a stroke of luck.
Alright, not just anyone can do this.
Thanks to her agility, Valkyrie easily dodged the bulky warrior's attacks.
Where is she? Where did she go?
The battle raged on, stunning the audience with its intensity.
Impossible! Is that Valkyrie?
Nevertheless, she couldn't dodge forever.
Surrender! Your arms can't wield a spear anymore!
Valkyrie! 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 Valkyrie!
The brave ballet dancer boldly charged at Ragnar, dropping her spear to everyone's surprise. Soaring up like a swan, she pulled her opponent down. Valkyrie was supposed to be the one falling.
Is that a bird?
Is that a Pegasus?
It's Valkyrie! My daughter Valkyrie!
Valkyrie utilized the flying capabilities of her swan dress. She didn't let her victory make her arrogant.
Let's cheer for Ragnar, a strong and brave warrior.
Valkyrie had changed the perception of women.
And the winner is...
Valkyrie. She was granted immortality and became the first leader of this battalion. She became a protector, searching for the bravest warriors. A trainer. Many women became warriors under the battalion named after her.
March on, Valkyrie Battalion!
Once upon a time, there was a kingdom of playing cards ruled by the very loving Queen of Hearts, who cared deeply for her subjects. Her duties were always as challenging as a mountain, leaving her with hardly any time to rest. Alongside her were two trusted aides, the Duke of Diamonds and the Knight of Clubs. Additionally, the Queen had a younger sister, the Princess of Spades. However, Spades did not particularly like her elder sister. She believed that she, not Queen Heart, should be on the throne. Many years ago, Spades was thought to become the queen due to her intelligence and wit. However, things didn't turn out as simple as Spades had imagined.
Are you okay? How did you stumble like that? My leg hurts a lot. Perhaps it's because you forgot the lucky golden ball. That's why you encountered this misfortune. You must go back and retrieve it. Let a servant fetch it. With injured feet, you won't make it back in time for the ceremony. No, I don't want anyone other than us touching it.
Unable to see her sister sad, Spades decided to return and get the ball for Heart. Despite searching every room, Spades couldn't find the golden ball. When she gave up and rushed to the ceremony, it had already ended. Spades, arriving late, made everyone feel neglected, and they decided to crown Queen Heart.
I was late because I went back to the room to get the golden ball for Heart.
So, where is the golden ball?
I didn't find it. Heart, please explain to everyone.
At this moment, Spades saw the golden ball in her sister's possession. and realized her sister's plan.
Disrespecting others and lying is not worthy of becoming the Queen of the Card Kingdom.
From then on, Spades harbored great resentment toward her sister and sought the right moment for revenge. After many days of searching, Spades finally found a way to make her sister disappear. An ancient labyrinth where the ferocious Minotaur was confined. On Heart's birthday, Spades sent a letter expressing a desire to reconcile and meet at the labyrinth. Overjoyed, Heart immediately ran to find her sister. Spades had prepared by leaving the labyrinth gate open, waiting for her sister to enter. Spades claimed that behind the main gate was a gift she had prepared for her sister as a gesture of reconciliation. Queen Heart, trusting without a hint of suspicion, proceeded into the room. As soon as the opportunity presented itself, Spades swiftly closed the door.
Enjoy your gift, dear sister. I'll take over your throne as the queen.
The disappearance of Queen Heart caused great concern among the people.
Without a queen to handle affairs, the kingdom will fall into chaos.
I can replace her, although I'm not free, but if you wish to have someone as queen, I am more than willing.
But, Your Highness Spades, I fear that this is impossible.
Have you forgotten? If not for the incident, the throne was meant for me. I'll only temporarily replace Queen Heart in her absence.
In that case, please assist until we find Queen Heart.
You'll never find my sister again. Finally, I can take back what was mine.
However, after only a few days, Spades' dream shattered as the life of a queen was not as easy as she had thought. She had to work continuously with hardly any time to rest.
I won't do it anymore!
You must, Princess. If you don't handle these matters, the kingdom will be at risk of collapsing.
Who knew a peaceful kingdom could have so many issues like that?
Because all issues were resolved by Queen Heart. The kingdom could enjoy such peace.
I'll find Queen Heart for you, is that okay?
Just wanted to be a queen, Spades had no intention of letting the kingdom of cards fall into ruin. Thus, she decided to return to the labyrinth to find Queen Heart.
Hope that with her intelligence, my sister won't let that monster end her so easily.
A while later, Spades finally reached the center of the labyrinth. To her surprise, Queen Heart was not only safe, but also playing chess with the Minotaur.
Thank God you're still alive! Spades! I really enjoyed your gift. I've never had a holiday like this. Whatever, it's time for you to come back. The kingdom needs you. But I haven't fully enjoyed this vacation yet. Everyone in the kingdom needs you now.
I need her too. She promised to play chess with me until I can win. She can't just leave after winning over 500 games.
Let him win this game. No, because he only has one piece left. Besides, I don't want to deceive any innocent creature. I don't care. I have to take you back today.
Spades decided to take Heart away, making the monster really angry. The monster immediately closed the entrance tightly.
I can't let anyone enter or leave the labyrinth arbitrarily. Otherwise, my majesty as a monster will be completely lost.
What do you want?
If you can answer all of my 3 questions, I'll let you go.
Fine, ask quickly.
The first question. I have 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs at noon, and 3 legs in the evening. What am I?
A human. In the morning, you crawl on all 4s as babies. At noon, you walk on 2 legs. And in the evening, you use a cane, making it 3 legs.
Fine, what about this one? I am a cup of water, and I am full but have no water. What
am I?
A leaking cup with no bottom.
You're really good. I'll find a more difficult question.
If you're going to ask questions from that old book, I already know all the answers.
In that case, I won't quiz you anymore. The question will be about honesty.
Whatever you ask, the result will be the same.
Who does Heart love the most?
When Hart was about to answer, the monster immediately casted a spell, preventing her from speaking.
This is the question for Spades.
The question made Spades hesitate a little bit. In the past, Spades had always believed that Hart cared for her, but after that incident, she wasn't sure if Hart truly loved her.
Maybe Duke Diamond? Because he has always taken care of everything.
You're wrong.
Then it must be the Knight of Clubs, as he always stays by Heart's side to protect her.
Still not correct.
Then who is it? It's you, Spades. You lied. Until now, you still want to deceive me?
At this point, Hart explained the reason. In the past, she ascended to the throne as the Queen because of Spades. Spades, naturally lively and unsuitable for sitting still. Hart was so worried that Spades wouldn't be happy when she became the Queen, burdened with the responsibilities of the crown. Therefore, she wanted to take that responsibility for her sister. However, it caused a crack in their sisterly bond.
I'm really glad you changed your mind and came to find me. Did you know from the beginning that I was deceiving you? Why did you still try to come in? Because I think it's time to return what belongs to you. Please, let Spades leave. I will stay here with you. Otherwise, I won't play chess with you anymore.
All right, anyway, I only need her to stay. You can go, Spades.
Saying that, the monster opened the exit for Spades to leave.
I'm not going to be the queen anymore during the days without you. I've done enough.
Suddenly, Spades pulled Hart and ran away.
If that's the case, then no one is allowed to leave here.
When the monster was about to attack, a figure rushed in to block the blow. That was the Knight of Clubs. It turned out that Duke Dinamond had always suspected Spades. So he secretly sent the Knight of Clubs to follow her and find the Queen. Under the skill of the Knight of Clubs, the monster was quickly defeated.
Don't harm him! He's just so lonely. That's why he wanted me to stay and play with him. Minotaur, be good and stay here. When I have time, I'll come and play with you again.
Really?
I promise.
So, in the end, the monster allowed everyone to leave. Since then, Hart and Spades resolved all conflicts and became as close as before. In addition, Spades helped her sister share some of the works.
The angels possess magical feathers, the most important ingredient to create the dust of dreams. With just the dust of dreams, humans can attain anything they desire. Today, I must capture an angel and not make any mistakes. This time, Sarah won't escape my grasp.
Why is the angel Sarah being pursued? Why do humans need the dust of dreams? Stay tuned and subscribe to WOA Fairy Tales to find out more. Today's story takes place in the Evergreen Kingdom. Contrary to its name, the ecosystem here has suffered severe pollution. Humans only focus on logging and hunting mythical creatures. Unable to bear the terrible living conditions, the people of Evergreen Kingdom retreat into beautiful dreams. Well, only those who can afford it can buy the dust of dreams. Our main character is the angel Sarah. Her kind is frequently hunted by humans. Humans covet Sarah's wings because they are the only thing that can help humans escape reality. The hunter is brimming with confidence. Today, he won't return empty-handed. But lucky for Angel Sarah, she avoids a dangerous lightning bolt by stumbling upon a hidden rock. When the hunter Jeopard arrives at the scene, he instinctively pauses. Before him lies the wasteland of an ancient relic, even with prey right in front of him. The Jeopard doesn't dare to trespass into this difficult-to-enter place. The wasteland of the ancient relic used to be a lush, fertile land where humans, angels, and mythical creatures lived peacefully. Under human devastation, the once peaceful land now consists of endless sand dunes, toxic waste rivers, and mutated forests.
Help! Someone, please help me!
Angel Sarah spots a one-horned unicorn trapped in a magical snare and unable to move. This snare is one of the souvenirs that humans left behind in the wasteland before departing. While observing, Sarah notices that this one-horned unicorn is special. His horn is broken. Only when she's sure there's no one around does Sarah approach to dispel the magical snare, freeing the injured unicorn. Sarah was about to leave immediately, but the unicorn didn't like that. "Let me go!
No?
Please, let me go, or you will be harmed!" Sarah always felt alone because she was constantly hunted, and anyone who befriended her suffered consequences.
I want to go with you!
Sarah is completely surprised. Angel Sarah has broken wings, and Sparkly, the one-horned unicorn, has a broken horn. In this wasteland, they are safer together. Plus, if Sparkly can find his horn, he can help heal Sarah's broken wings. Angel Sarah realizes that Sparkly, the one-horned unicorn, often has nightmares. She uses her magic to enter Sparkly's dreams. Here, she realizes that Sparkly is just like her. He is hunted by humans too. And he is also lonely. Understanding Sparkly's plight, Sarah embraces him and dispels his nightmares. For the first time in a long while, both Sarah and Sparkly have a peaceful sleep, but unfortunately...
Today's my lucky day!
The hunter Jeopard has caught up to the two of them. This time, he has brought a magical binding rope and quickly captures Sarah and Sparkly. Suddenly, there's a strange noise in the forest. Behind the trees, pairs of eyes are watching the hunter. Suddenly, some monsters appear. They overpower Jeopard, rescuing Sarah and Sparkly. When Sarah and Sparkly wake up, they find themselves on a strange island. The monsters are approaching, making Sarah and Sparkly fear for being harmed. It turns out these monsters are one-eyed octopus, peacock, and green snakes. These mythical creatures are descendants of the ancient relic's inhabitants. Initially, they were just octopuses, fish, or gentle snakes. But to adapt to the toxic environment, they had to evolve. These creatures teach Sarah and Sparkly how to survive in the wasteland. The octopuses can purify dirty water into clean water. The peacock can use their tails as air purifiers. The green snakes can turn venom into sweet nectar for nutrition. While Sarah and Sparkly are enjoying getting to know their new friends, the hunter Jeopard are facing hardships. He had run out of water.
If you can't catch the angel, don't bother coming back.
Will Gepard the hunter survive this crisis? Sometimes villains get lucky. Gepard is rescued by a stranger. This person is Azor, a hunter specialized in the wasteland. Azor is the one who took Sparkly the one-horned unicorn's horn. Fate brings them together, and the two hunters decide to cooperate. The two hunters, Gepard and Azor, quickly find Sarah, Sparkly, and the group of friends. They launch a surprise attack, leaving everyone defenseless. Sparkly saves Sarah, but is quickly recaptured. Sarah and her three animal friends are forced to flee.
Why did you take my horn? If you wanted a cure, you could have just asked me.
Azor hesitates and doesn't answer Sparkly's question. While Sarah and her three animal friends run away, they accidentally stumble upon an ancient relic. Inside the relic is a magical crystal flower. Sarah curiously touches the crystal flower, and suddenly the flower shatters into dust. In the astonishment of everyone, on Sarah's hand, 5 magical seals in the shape of flower petals appear. The relic unexpectedly collapses. Everyone panics, clinging to each other. Sarah unintentionally activates her new magical ability. She instantly teleports herself and her 3 animal friends to safety. It seems that the condition for instant teleportation is that Sarah must touch the target and have a specific destination in mind. Let's go back to rescue Sparkly. Her animal friends fully agree with Sarah. They extend their hands, touching Sarah's hand. Immediately, Sarah and her 3 animal friends teleport to where the 2 hunters are. This time, the group easily defeats the 2 hunters. Sarah has the power of instant teleportation and is no longer afraid of the Gepard's lightning. Her animal friends are skilled in the terrain. Quickly overpowering the 2 hunters and Azor and Gepard. The group rescues Sparkly and regains his horn. Sarah places the horn in Sparkly, and it heals as if it was never broken. The group is overjoyed for their victory, but the 2 hunters are not.
I'm sorry, we're not bad people.
That's right. We're not bad.
Then why were you chasing Sarah and me? We were just following orders.
That's right. Now the human city is completely polluted. We live in hardship and can't find jobs.
So that's why we became hunters.
We really didn't want to hunt you. But if we didn't, our masters would punish us.
Alright, you two, stop talking. I don't believe you.
Come on, Sparkly. I don't need to be at odds with them. Can you heal my wings? Thanks to Sarah's gentle persuasion, Sparkly forgives the 2 hunters. He uses his unicorn magic to restore Sarah's broken wings. Actually, I have a secret. Suddenly, a huge burst of magical energy emanates from Sarah's wings, transforming the entire wasteland of the ancient relic. Trees grow lush and abundant, blooming with sweet fruit. The polluted rivers are cleansed and become clear and pure. Finally, a magical barrier is erected. From now on, no evil can trespass here anymore. Our angels have always possessed extraordinary abilities, but humans were too foolish, thinking only of grinding our feathers into dream dust. Our angels have also lived in hiding due to your greed, concealing our true power. But now, I have these good friends. I will do my best to protect them. However, I will also forgive you. Sarah extends her hand to touch the hands of the 2 hunters, giving each of them a flower-shaped seal.
Why are you doing this?
I believe there's still good people out there. Come back here when you've learned to appreciate the beauty of nature. The 2 hunters, Gepard and Azor, quickly depart.
Sarah, Sparkly, and their animal friends lived. When a star fell from the sky, a wish would become reality. Wishes brought smiles of happiness, and they also brought wondrous magic. Yet at times, they could also bring tears. The magical night sky was the home of mystical creatures, and the abode of Stell, the sky mermaid. Stell had a dear friend, a little star named Lumine. Little Lumine wished to descend to the mortal world to grant wishes to people. However, Stell didn't want that. If a star grants wishes to humanity, that star will fade away.
It's all right, Stell. Come with me.
Despite her worries, Stell agreed to accompany her friend. So Lumine and Stell secretly left the realm of the night sky and descended to the mortal world. To find out what would happen to Stell and Lumine, stay tuned and subscribe to WOA Fairy Tales. Lumine showed Stell the marvelous things a wish could create. A plain girl turning beautiful. A tone-deaf boy gifted with a sweet voice.
Ouch!
Even if I disappear, I'll be happy for bringing joy to others.
To bring wishes to the mortal world, little star Lumine had to participate in the Falling Star Festival. People released paper boats, creating a path of light before Lumine. As long as little star Lumine followed this path, you can never return to the realm of the night sky. This saddened Stell, but she suppressed her unhappiness and bid farewell to her friend with a radiant smile.
Goodbye, Stell. I'm leaving.
The first person who saw little Lumine was a poor king living in a dilapidated castle.
You look miserable. Do you want to make a wish?
I wish for more power.
The little star Lumine hesitated a little, but eventually granted the king's wish. Little Lumine was still naive, not understanding the curse of ambition. The once powerless king, now greedy, invaded neighboring lands, plunging the mortal world into chaos. Seeing the horrifying scenes in the mortal realm from the night sky, Stell was frightened. She sought her mother, the moon goddess, asking her to preserve all the little stars. I don't want the little stars to grant wishes to humans anymore. If you wish that, Stell, you must descend to the mortal world and find 3 tears, one from a repentant soul, one from a hopeless romantic, and one from a clown. Only with these 3 earthly tears can we hide the little stars away. Stell immediately accepted the task assigned by the moon goddess. In the mortal realm, she quickly found the first tear. A clown crying for those lost in the war. Stell gently turned the clown's sad tear into a gem. Nearby, Stell and the clown found the spirit of a young girl who yearned to reunite with her hopeless romantic. Feeling compassion for the girl's fate, Stell agreed to help her find the romantic lover. With Stell's help, the hopeless romantic and the young girl reunited, and Stell obtained a tear of happiness. The romantic lover directed Stell to the last tear. Following the direction, Stell found the ruthless king. Inside a room filled with treasures, but devoid of anyone, Stell found the ruthless king in tears. The king's friends had perished in the war he had instigated, leaving him to mourn his lonely fate. Returning to the realm of the night sky, Stell handed the moon goddess the 3 tears. The moon goddess collected the tears and used her magic to create a vast garden. If you continue to grant wishes freely, malevolent forces will exploit your goodwill. I believe the creatures of the night sky should not meddle in the lives of humans on the ground. Hearing their convincing words, the little stars reluctantly entered the star garden. From that day on, the night sky no longer held stars, and wishes no longer came true.
I wish never to be separated from you.
No! I wish for a prosperous day of sales. Why is it like this?
I wish for my mother's recovery.
Inside the star garden, the little star friends felt anxious, restless. They found it uncomfortable being confined within the star garden, unable to help anyone or do anything of use. The little stars couldn't escape either, because Stell always kept a watchful eye on them.
Stell, please release us!
Yeah, my friend Stell, let us go.
I'm only thinking of your well-being. I don't want your wishes to become meaningless.
But if no wishes come true, our existence is also meaningless. How can I change Stell's mind now? Ah, I've got it. Stell, if you had one wish, what would it be?
Stell hesitated. Right now, images of the little star Lumine raced through her mind. Stell truly wished to be reunited with her dearest friend. But there are no wishes for those who live in the night sky. Little star Aether observed discreetly. Only when he was sure Stell had fallen asleep did he sneak out of the star garden. Aether found the clown, the hopeless romantic, and the lonely king, and shared Stell and Lumine's story with them. Then they decided to help Aether convince Stell. The cloud gathered his balloons into a large cluster, and the hopeless romantic and the king held on to the clown. Following Aether's guidance, they ascended to the realm of the night sky. The moon goddess was waiting, leading the three men into the star garden. However, Stell quickly chased them away. Leave here now!
Stell, please listen to us.
Especially you! It's all because of you!
Stell, please listen to their pleas.
Stell hesitated. She didn't want to confront the one who made Lumine disappear.
Stell, I apologize.
It's too late. You can't change anything.
But you can. You've brought happiness to me.
Why should I help you again?
I wish for a world filled with laughter.
I wish for a world brimming with love.
The lonely king pondered for a moment. He didn't want to make another mistake. After thoughtful consideration, he knew what he had to do.
I wish for a world where no one has to be apart from their loved ones.
Stell was completely surprised. It was the first time a resident of the night sky had received a star from those on Earth.
Even if I disappear, I'll be happy for bringing joy to others.
Sky Mermaid Stell made her final decision. Now everyone was waiting for Stell. Would she continue to confine all the stars in the night sky, or would she set them free? Stell handed over the key to the star garden to the moon goddess. Her decision delighted the moon goddess, who used her magic to make the star garden disappear. This brought immense joy to everyone. The residents of the night sky celebrated with a falling star festival. This time, people from the mortal world also joined in the festivities. Once again, the path of falling stars was open. Never before had there been such a grand falling star festival. Under the mortal realm, people witnessed a spectacular meteor shower for the first time. It was a magical night where everyone made their wishes, except for Stell.
cool!
This time, the wish of the lonely king brought back Stell's dearest friend, little star Lumine. From now on, Lumine and Stella would never be apart again.
Historia is a gentle, feminine princess, beautiful like a goddess. In stark contrast is the ruthless female vampire, Bellatrix. Surprisingly, these two share a special bond. Historia was molded into the ideal princess, whether she wanted it or not.
Historia! Stand up straight! Let your hair grow long. Wear more feminine dresses. Eat with elegance. You must smile. You must be kind. That's what it means to be feminine. That's what it means to be a princess.
Historia's goodness inadvertently led her to...
All right, you have to run now.
Rescue Bellatrix, who would become a self-centered vampire queen. She transforms beautiful men and women into vampires. She devastates the human lands to expand her vampire territory. But after years of inconclusive warfare, she decides...
Kidnap the human princess to threaten them!
Bellatrix attacks Historia and the neighboring prince Aaron during their excursion. Despite having weapons against vampires, Aaron and his soldiers are defeated. But Bellatrix and Historia are taken aback when...
You are that person?
Aaron seizes the opportunity to capture Bellatrix while she's distracted. He accomplishes a great feat and is rewarded with Historia's hand by the king.
Do I really love Aaron? Yeah, but I'm a princess. I have to obey.
But what Historia truly cares about is Bellatrix. She's kept as a hostage to negotiate with the vampire clan.
Princess, thanks for saving me back then, so I can go on to feast on human blood. Ha ha.
Bellatrix expected Historia to berate her, but...
This is food. Just tell me what you need. Just don't do bad things anymore.
Huh. Why? Aren't you afraid I'll capture you? Why don't you yell at me?
Ha! A princess can't do that. I have to redeem you, for everyone's sake.
Hypocrite! You hypocrite! Don't even try to deceive me!
Bellatrix has never known love. Her parents only wanted her to become a ruthless machine. Servants and humans used to fear her. The princess's kindness truly touches her. The following night, Historia visits the female vampire again.
Why the long face? Did your father get bitten by vampires?
Actually...
Due to a delayed meeting with Aaron, the princess is severely scolded.
They say I'm not a proper princess. I just bother them.
You hypocrite! I'm cruel, I'm selfish, but I'm definitely happier than you. If you can't think for yourself, then cry for the rest of your life.
Being a princess, it's not that easy, is it?
The next day, the princess has to meet Aaron.
I don't want to meet Aaron. I don't love him. Should I listen to Bellatrix? Aaron? I'm not feeling well. Can we skip our meeting today? Aaron agreed immediately. What should I do, huh? No one told me what to do?
For the first time, Historia has a day to herself, not having to play the perfect princess.
It's all thanks to you. I really appreciate your advice.
nonsense!
From then on, the princess heeds Bellatrix's advice.
If you don't like the prince, why meet him? If long hair bothers you, cut it. If the dress is uncomfortable, change it.
Wow. Oh my, she's so beautiful!
She's even more captivating than before.
Living as herself, Historia is much happier, even though some are alarmed by the change. The king tries to suppress Historia's rebellion, but when he scolds her...
Feminine? Act like a princess? Did you ever ask if I wanted this?
When she's imprisoned, she escapes in every way possible. In the end, the king is left with no options. It's no wonder that the princess becomes increasingly close to the vampire queen.
Thank you.
Thanks to Historia, Bellatrix gradually becomes more gentle and open. The two become friends, though Historia doesn't realize that it's all part of Bellatrix's plan.
Just a few more days. And when these wings are healed, Historia... No! I must escape from here!
Bellatrix's opportunity has also come.
Bellatrix? What's wrong, Bellatrix?
Vampires need moonlight energy, though they won't let me. I can't survive.
Historia can't bear to see her friends suffer.
So seriously injured. She probably can't escape.
The princess secretly gets the key to the cage. But carelessly, Erin sees her.
Hang on, Bellatrix. Just a little longer.
And just as the cage is opened... Bellatrix seizes the chance. She never expected that this room had been sealed.
Don't let Bellatrix escape! I know everything now! So, Historia, I never expected.
Huh?
The vampire queen is quickly captured. Before defeating numerous soldiers, causing both the king and his horsemen great injury.
Father, let me go. It's not what you think. I trusted you. I considered you a friend. How could you lie to me? Why?
Bellatrix remains silent. She understands the pain of disappointing someone who loves you. Both are brought to trial the next day for their heinous crimes. Bellatrix must atone immediately, while Historia...
I know the princess is innocent!
The evil vampire used the princess!
She's released immediately. Perhaps everything was orchestrated.
I'm sorry. Historia, I betrayed your trust. You're my friend. I really thank you. Live happily, Cardiff, for yourself.
Historia realizes her friend has changed.
Run as soon as the cage is open. I'll cover for you.
But
don't ask why.
No one realizes Bellatrix has been untied until the cage is opened.
She's not tied up! Shoot her! Shoot her now!
She quickly takes flight. But when she reaches the blue sky, the vampire feels something is amiss. Historia has been struck by an arrow, and it's unlikely she'll survive. Humans with such severe wounds often do not recover.
There's only one way. Turn her into a vampire.
The king reluctantly accepts the only option to save his daughter. Historia is revived with a new identity.
Father? Aaron? Bella?
She becomes a vampire. Bellatrix is exonerated, but Historia must leave the human kingdom forever.
No. But...
I'm sorry. You're a good guy. But I don't love you.
Historia is no longer human, but she's happy because she's free to live for herself. Bellatrix, on the other hand, becomes a gentler vampire queen and starts caring about others. And the two of them, now more than just kindred spirits, remain together as close friends for eternity. Amanda couldn't understand why she kept having the same reoccurring dream. Who is that sheep? Why is it so frightened? And why has her sister turned into such a wicked person?
You fool! Animals don't talk silly! Got it?
3 months ago.
Princess, the coming-of-age ceremony is approaching. Aren't you worried at all about preparing for it? What's the use? No matter how hard I try, I can't surpass Elida's shadow.
Elida was Amanda's sister, but they were nothing alike in appearance, talent, or personality. Elida had flowing golden hair, fair skin, and an innate dark magic. Perhaps that's why she was always aloof and colder than all the other fairies in the clan. In contrast, Amanda was lively and warm, just like the power of her radiant sunshine.
Elida was blessed with a mesmerizing singing voice, and I have nothing.
Despite being sisters, Elida always received special treatment that Amanda did not. She even lived in a separate castle, away from their parents' attention. Amanda tried to get closer to her sister several times, but Elida always coldly avoided her. Thus, the bond between the two sisters grew distant. Feeling lonely and sorrowful on several occasions, Amanda even had the thought that she wished Elida had never existed.
No! Why am I thinking such strange thoughts? She's my family!
Before the coming-of-age ceremony, fearing that her meager magical abilities would be a laughingstock compared to Elida's exceptional powers, Amanda sneaked into her sister's palace to learn secretly.
It's happening again! Princess Elida's power is getting out of control! I heard her summoning demons last night!
Amanda trembled. It turned out that this was the secret her parents had always hidden. Her curiosity overcame her fear, leading her feet to Elida's room.
Bayel, Paiman, Balam.
Suddenly, a chilling wind blew from nowhere, and a bizarre spectacle unfolded before her eyes. Inside, she witnessed a very peculiar scene.
Elida?
In an instant, from the magic spell summoned by Elida, something Amanda could never imagine appeared. Instinctively, Amanda fiercely resisted in desperation, but it only made the demon Baal even more insane. Suddenly, waking up from the eerie dream, Elida rushed to save her sister, and at the same time, she took the wrath of Baal upon herself. Amanda was supposed to use all her strength to save her sister, but the fear invaded her body, rendering her unable to do anything. The darkness and Baal overwhelmed Elida, and they vanished, leaving the room eerily quiet, as if nothing had happened.
Elida! Is anyone there? Anyone?
Not only Amanda's parents, but all the attendants were surprised by the story she told. No princess named Elida had lived in the abandoned castle, and in the fairy clan, there was only one single princess, Amanda. In the following days, Amanda silently observed. but there was not a single clue about Elida's existence. During the coming-of-age ceremony, she became the only princess present.
Did I just imagine Alida?
But the pain in her hand reminded her of that horrifying night. The torment and regret for not saving her sister in time led Amanda to seek the mysterious castle. Despite knowing that her light magic would be damaged, Elida diligently studied dark magic from the spellbooks in her room.
Wait for me, Alida. No matter what, I will bring you back.
After many, many nights of effort, it finally became a reality. Elida, with an emotionless face contrasting her sister's joyous tears, emerged from the magical spell. Strangely, this time, Elida returned to the castle where their parents and Amanda lived, no longer separated.
Elida, have you been living here all along?
Living here? Wasn't that always the case?
Elida's preferences had also changed. She now wore a bracelet and could even eat apples, which she used to be allergic to. Then, a series of disappearances occurred in the castle, culminating right before Amanda's eyes. And with Elida's disappearance before, no one paid attention to any of the incidents. During that time, Amanda often had a strange dream. In the dream, a frightened sheep repeatedly appeared, asking Amanda for help.
Is that room Elida's room?
And one night, it was Elida herself who appeared in that eerie dream. The faces of the souls and the sheep turned to horror.
You fool! Animals don't talk silly! Got it?
This time, Amanda was determined to get to the bottom of everything. Inside, a horrifying scene truly unfolded. Everything that happened in the dream was real, and her dear sister seemed to be behind it all.
What? Oh, we have an uninvited guest here.
But this time, Amanda was a fully grown-up light goddess, no longer allowing fear to control her.
Amanda, please, listen to me. After being trapped in the spell, I temporarily sealed the soul of the demon into the woolly sheep you saw. However, in exchange, I'm no longer human. Absorbing souls was only a way for me to live like a normal person. But even so, taking the lives of others is not acceptable. Because of you! Everything is because of you! If it weren't for saving you, I wouldn't be like this! You've taken everything from me!
Indeed, those words struck Amanda with guilt and remorse. To take responsibility, she decided to transfer her light energy to Elida to absorb, even if it meant losing her divine status. But at that decisive moment, when Elida reached out to receive the energy, Amanda sensed something amiss. On Elida's hand, there was a scar that could only have been caused by divine light. A series of events connected in her mind. In addition, the woolly sheep woke up, trying to warn her. Though difficult to discern, it was Elida's voice. In that fleeting moment, Amanda changed her mind, making a timely decision. It turned out that the Elida she had summoned was an imposter. He was the demon Baal, disguised as Elida to seize not only Amanda's powers, but also the entire fairy clan's strength. To carry out his plan, he turned Elida into a sheep and used a cursed apple to control her consciousness and exploit her mesmerizing singing voice. The truth became clear, and the two sisters mustered all their strength to defeat Baal, but he was powerful, and they were no match for him. With no other options, Amanda and Elida decided to use forbidden magic, combining their powers, even if it meant losing their divine status. Demon Baal was finally defeated, and the entire fairy clan woke up from the enchantment and control. From then on, though they no longer had magic, the sisters Amanda and Alida became closer. They joyfully helped their parents manage the clan and continued to study diligently to find a different way to restore their powers.
The story concludes here today. Thank you for your support. Every view is a huge encouragement for us to create more exciting stories. Don't forget to subscribe to WOA Fairy Tales to help us reach 1 million subscribers soon. Now, please share with WOA Fairy Tales your feelings after watching today's story. See you in the upcoming episode.
No, Lucifer, please! Please don't go, Lucifer! Huh? It's that strange dream again. Who is that man?
Although she didn't know who he was, Hannah had a special feeling about him.
Hannah, why are you still here at this moment? It's almost time to set off.
Yes, Mother. Where's Haley?
Your younger sister is eagerly waiting there.
Mother, won't you tell her?
If your sister finds out that she has to become the bride of hell instead of heaven, she will mess everything up.
Hannah and Haley were twin princesses, but their personalities were completely opposite. On the day of their blessing, Hannah was fortunate to receive the blessing of an angel, destined to become an angel's bride. However, when it was Haley's turn, the Lord of Hell suddenly appeared. No one there, not even an angel with enough power to fight against him. Therefore, they had to accept that he would do what he wanted.
Haley, my beautiful princess, you will have a strong personality, and I will have a bride of hell.
As they grew up, while Hannah was obedient and loved by everyone, Haley was extremely mischievous and constantly caused trouble, making everyone frustrated but helpless. However, thinking about the fact that Haley would become the bride of hell in the future, the king and queen couldn't punish her. Because they didn't want Haley to disrupt the wedding ceremony, they decided to keep the secret with only let Hannah know the truth. Both sisters were placed on two different carriages. One flew to heaven, and the other went directly to hell. To deceive Haley, the king had the carriage designed in such a way that it could transform without letting the one inside notice. After the two carriages were brought to the sacred cliff, everyone had to leave. Suddenly, Haley let out a loud cry. Worrying for her sister, Hannah immediately got out of her carriage. Suddenly, Haley had waited outside and struck her sister unconscious. It turned out that Haley had accidentally heard the conversation that night and knew everything. Unwilling to accept her fate, she had come up with a plan to switch places with her sister. When Hannah woke up, she found herself in hell.
Oh, my bride has awakened. Welcome to hell.
There seems to be a misunderstanding here. I am Hannah, not Haley. I am not the bride of the underworld.
There is no mistake at all, because my bride is the only one that can pass through that destiny bridge.
I don't know how, but I truly do not belong here.
Hannah wanted to leave, but he immediately stopped her.
If you dare to leave, I will ruin your entire kingdom.
How dare you!
Oh, it seems like you've forgotten that I am the Lord of Hell, haven't you? However, if you stay here for 1 month, and if you still wish to leave after that, I will let you go.
Are you trying to deceive me?
What would I gain from deceiving you? This is hell fruit, my dear. Whenever you change your mind, just eat it. You'll be shared a part of my power.
Although she didn't know what he was planning, Hannah knew there was still a chance to return, so she reluctantly listened to him. Thought that she would endure great suffering, but when she saw the room Lucifer had prepared for her, Hannah was extremely surprised. It was nothing different from her room before. Suddenly, Belial, the second most powerful devil in hell, just after Lucifer, appeared and approached Hannah. Belia seemed to sympathize greatly with Hannah and gradually gained her trust.
I don't really understand. You're a devil, yet you're treating a human like me so kindly? Because you're interesting. You're the first human daring enough to stay here in hell.
Suddenly, Hannah felt extremely uncomfortable.
What's wrong with you, Hannah? I don't know, Bella. I have just felt these sudden, sharp pains in my body recently. I didn't want to tell you this earlier because I was afraid you would worry, but it's time you have to know. What is it? Please tell me. I've heard that your sister, after the unauthorized switch, was discovered and punished by the angels. Because you are identical twins, you can feel her pain. Oh no, I have to help her, but Lucifer won't easily let me leave hell. What should I do now? I can help you. If you help me, will you be punished by him? And will he do anything to my family? When you arrive in heaven, the angels will protect you and your family. As for me, I might face consequences, but it's okay, because I'm one of the most important demons in hell.
Hearing that, Hannah felt somewhat relieved. Indeed, with Belia's help, Hannah could easily escape from hell.
I'm really grateful to you, Belia. There's one more thing. Although you're the bride of heaven, you've spent some time in hell. They may make it a little bit difficult to you. Angels are known for their strict rules. I'll give you a bit of magic to use when necessary. After all, it's better to be prepared, isn't it?
Without hesitation, Hannah accepted Belia's offer and received a source of power from her. Then, she quickly ascended to heaven on a golden staircase. However, as she was about to enter, a gatekeeper blocked her.
I am Princess Hannah, the bride of the angels. I need to enter.
You have hell smell. You're not allowed to step inside.
Although Hannah tried her best to persuade, the gatekeeper remained adamant. Without other choices, Hannah had to use the power that Belia had given her to distract the gatekeeper. Thanks to that, she was able to sneak inside. Using their twin telepathy, she could quickly locate her imprisoned sister.
Haley, it's me. Are you all right? Sister, how do you know I'm here? And what happened to your eyes? I'll explain everything later. Let's get out of here quickly.
However, before they could leave, they were discovered by the angels. Knowing that they couldn't escape, Hannah pleaded sincerely. With her sincerity, angels finally accepted to forgive her sister. But on one condition, that she had to cleanse all the demonic power within her with holy water. Knowing that it would be painful, but for her sister, Hannah agreed to undergo the cleansing ritual. However, Hannah didn't realize that Belia's intention was not as simple as lending her strength. In reality, Belia wanted to turn her into a true devil. The holy water began corroding Hannah's body. Suddenly, Lucifer rushed in from nowhere and got Hannah out of the lake. Getting too much holy water made Lucifer's power significantly weaken. The appearance of Lucifer in heaven's domain alerted the angels, who immediately attacked him. Lucifer tried to fight against them while helping Hannah recover from her injuries.
What are you doing? Why are you saving me?
Because I love you.
Before Hannah could react, Lucifer placed a small gem on her forehead, and a rush of memories flowed into her mind immediately. The images of Hannah and Lucifer in the old days appeared right before her eyes. She saw their past as angels, living happily together. Until the day Lucifer turned into a fallen angel. Though Hannah did not follow him, she obstructed other angels to help him escape. As a result, she lost her powers and was banished from heaven. As Hannah remembered everything, Lucifer's strength continued to exhaust. She suddenly remembered the hell fruit that Lucifer had given her. Hannah took it out and bite. Immediately, she felt the power of hell flowing inside her. She quickly took Lucifer out of heaven and brought him back to hell safely.
Have you been planning everything all along to make me the bride of hell? The curse that year, in reality, meant for me, and Haley was just the one who would help you accomplish that.
Yes, I've done everything because I love you. I want you to be by my side and rule this hell with me.
I still don't get it. Why you choose the path of becoming a demon? Isn't being an angel better?
Humans always have both good and evil sides. Some choose the path of being good, because they fear punishment more than they embrace goodness.
So you want to be the Lord of Hell to punish the evil?
Getting to know his ideals, Hannah decided to stay in hell with him and enjoy their happy days together. As for Belial, for deceiving Hannah and trying to harm her, Lucifer placed a permanent curse on her, making her forever bound to obey Hannah. For a powerful devil, serving someone weaker was a profound humiliation. Stop that praying immediately. Yes, that castle is the dwelling place of the spirits.
There you go being strict again, Frost.
The owner of the castle, as well as the cold and strict steward, is the witch Luna. Frost's life depends on the owner, and if he goes against what the owner asks, Frost will be punished. Before Luna, Frost served many generations of owners, but they all shared one common trait, the passion for power, which eventually led to their downfall at the hands of authority. One day, Luna suddenly disappeared and never returned. Until the castle received a new owner, Frost had to continue guarding and protecting the castle. Without the breath of its owner, the castle was already eerie. And now it was even colder, with all the creatures frozen in place. Then, one day, with his sharp ears, Frost heard the incessant crying of a child. The crying was getting louder, and Frost couldn't bear it. So, he had to search for its owner.
You unlucky child. You must be the one that villagers sacrificed to the demon. Humans are so selfish. Stop crying! Do you believe I will...
Faced with the innocent and cute smile of the child, even though Frost had threatened her, his icy heart was touched, and he sighed and brought the child back to the castle. As soon as the baby let out a crisp laugh, the castle was infused with vitality, and all the creatures woke up and accepted the child as their new owner. And so, after a very long time, Frost had a new owner. He gave her a grand and powerful name, Scarlet. Scarlet grew more mischievous and cunning as she got older. She was always curious about her identity and the appearance of the steward by her side at all times.
No, you can't do that. If Mr. Frost finds out, he won't let it go.
Frost again. It's all right, I assure you.
Assure me of what, Miss Scarlet?
I assure you that today I will read my books diligently without playing or fooling around.
Despite being very caring and protective towards Scarlet, Frost did not agree to let her have her freedom.
Give up that plan, miss. You can't escape from here.
Aren't I the mistress? My request is to leave. I want to know the source of my origin.
Impossible. I will never...
When he didn't comply with the mistress's wishes, Frost would be punished. But he accepted the pain to hide the truth that Scarlet was an abandoned child, avoiding harm to his mistress.
So, miss, will you give up on the plan as promised?
Why give up? I must see it through. If Frost doesn't know, he won't feel any pain.
Every day, Scarlet secretly investigated different rooms in the castle, believing that one of them would help her learn about her identity.
Wait a minute, why am I doing this? Aren't all of these things already mine?
Thanks to these secret explorations, Scarlet's daily life became more enjoyable and exciting. Of course, everything happened while the steward Frost was busy with work. When she arrived at room number 98, it was unlike any of the interesting rooms she had seen before. This room was covered in layers of dust, dampness, and a gloomy, dark atmosphere. The only light came from an antique lamp next to an old lady carefully mending an old carriage frame. The old lady was so absorbed that she didn't notice a group of suits closing in on her.
Stop! Quick, go!
You're a kind girl. What do you want to ask me? I'm a witch who can answer any question in the world.
Scarlet was excited to ask about her own background. The sound of the bell ringing indicated that Frost had returned.
Anyway, it's still here. I'll come back tomorrow.
The next day, when Frost was busy with work, Scarlet hurriedly went to look for room number 98. Strangely, it had disappeared, replaced by room number 99. Behind it was the place she had always wanted to go, the town of humans. A loud noise caught Scarlet's attention. A human girl was in a heated battle with a monster. The fight was extremely tense. The girl was at a disadvantage. Seeing this, Scarlet didn't hesitate and rushed to help. Taking advantage of the moment when the monster turned to attack Scarlet, the human girl seized the opportunity and destroyed it from behind. After overcoming the danger, the two young girls became friends.
I'm Lena, a student of a wizard who banishes demons in this town. Based on your attire, you are... I'm Scarlet! I live deep in the forest! I came here to find out about my background.
Lena was frightened to say that the forest was where the strongest evil creatures gathered, especially the haunted castle that imprisoned young human girls. The terrifying castle steward caught them and turned them into souls guarding the castle, unable to escape.
So if you know anything about Frost, please tell me so that my master and I can defeat him.
Scarlet felt there were many suspicious points in Lena's words, so she absolutely did not believe her. To clarify Lena's lying motive, Scarlet brought her back, but turned the doorknob to room 98 of the old woman who knows everything.
Oh, the kind girl has returned. So tell me, what do you want to ask?
Scarlet used this opportunity to ask about the truth behind the story that Lena told, why she falsely accused Frost. The story goes that the witch Luna, the former owner of the castle, had a sister named Lena. As Luna did well, she became the owner of the wealthy and dark castle, while Lena, with her bad nature, lived in poverty. She was not content, so she trained in dark magic day and night to defeat Luna, taking everything from her sister. The day finally came when she defeated her sister, stole her face, and pretended to be her to gain the castle's power. Luna's soul escaped without Lena's knowledge. The haunted castle was always hidden, and since she didn't have the real owner's soul, she couldn't find her way. Up until today, she met Scarlet, who decided to take advantage of her to return to the haunted castle. As the story concluded, the old lady vanished.
Oh, listen to this imposter! I'm not easy to bully!
It was the castle owner's bell, and Scarlet used to set traps and catch Lena. Lena launched an attack on Scarlet, but luckily, the necklace she wore protected her life.
Now let's see who will become the owner of the castle.
Frost was about to rush to protect Miss Scarlet when she saw the intruder's face.
Frost, it's me.
Luna? Scarlet told Frost the story she knew in full.
But she really smells like Luna.
Right! I'm the master of all of you. Come back to me quickly. Hey! Remember this? I'm the master of all of you now, got it?
Both owners became angry and turned to Frost, the most worthy servant.
If I recall correctly, if you don't obey the master's orders, you will be punished. Isn't that right, Frost? Quick! Destroy her now!
Since Luna, Frost's former owner, also existed within Lena's body, disobeying her caused Frost unbelievable physical and mental pain.
Stop it right now! Frost is not an object for you to abuse and manipulate like that! Do I like to do that? What can you do? Can you even set him free? Are you crazy? Don't you want supreme power anymore?
The owner of this castle has the ability to release her servant, but it has never been done before because it would weaken their ultimate power, which they want to maintain.
Oh, mighty and dark castle! In the name of the castle's owner, I declare that from now on, Frost will be free! He will not be subject to anyone's orders!
Don't you need power?
Of course I do! Everyone is greedy, but your safety is more important!
Ha ha ha! That's what we hoped for.
Oh, I almost forgot. Congratulations, Prince Frost. The final curse has been lifted.
As the beam of light created by the fairies swept through, it breathed life into the castle. Even the souls transformed into living beings. From weariness and gloominess, the castle suddenly lit up with a miraculous glow. What's more, Scarlet gained Luna's memories. It turned out that Luna's soul had merged with Scarlet's because she used to wear a necklace that concealed the truth. Amidst the castle's colorful transformation, Frost, the steward, was no exception. Formerly a prince and owner of this castle, his arrogant nature inadvertently led to his punishment by a fairy who made him serve others as a steward.
Finally, a voluntary owner has freed you, my dear Frost.
All thanks to you, Scarlet. Oh, wait, Luna, I mean.
No way! I will always be your mischievous Scarlet, giving you a headache.
Do you hear that? That sacred word. Your! She belongs to him!
Despite losing his master and servant status, they decide to stay together in the castle and look forward to a better future with their strong bond of many years. Scarlet, you stay by my side forever.
This action speaks louder than words.
In the realm of precious gemstones, the diamond lineage stood as the mightiest. They were magnificent gemstones, radiating a luminous beauty and possessing an unparalleled durability. Alas, a volcanic cataclysm a century passed. King Yellow Diamond and Queen Red Diamond gave their all to forge an unyielding diamond barrier. With their departure, they left behind two unfortunate daughters, Sparkle and Pink Diamond. Sparkle, the youngest, had reached maturity, yet she remained a raw diamond, bearing a prominent crack from the calamity long ago. This flaw afflicted her with profound self-consciousness and a sense of estrangement. In contrast to Sparkle, her elder sister Pink Diamond epitomized both beauty and authority in the kingdom. She ascended the throne, succeeding her parents, and ruled over the gem realms for ages. Pink Diamond was demanding on Sparkle, believing the crack restrained her potential.
Sparkle, hasten to the fiery forge for training. Transform into a diamond to erase that blemish, the lineage's bane. Sister, you're truly overbearing.
Despite relentless effort, success eluded her no matter how hard she tried. The tale began one day when Sparkle stumbled upon an ancient tome.
Could a very volcano sealed by our parents possess true magic? A magic that could mend a scar on my face?
With excitement, Sparkle shared her discovery with Pink Diamond.
No, that place is treacherous. Many have perished due to the creature residing there.
But Sparkle's desire to prove herself and forge her own path propelled her forward. So that very night, she journeyed to the volcano's peak, accompanied by Emerald and Sapphire. They too were gemstones marked by imperfections, which had led to their isolation. They found a way to manipulate the diamond soldiers.
But if we don't, we'll forever be the ones looked down upon. But if we don't, we'll forever be the ones looked down upon. Fear not, Sparkle. The volcano has slumbered undisturbed for ages. There's no reason for it to erupt now. Indeed, all we need to do is go there, mend our bodies' cracks, then return to restore the original diamond barrier.
Having deliberated, Emerald, Sapphire, and Sparkle pooled their strengths, drawing energy from the moonlight to conjure a resounding explosion.
Huh? Oh.
Huh?
What is this?
It must be the doing of those nefarious trio. Calm down, everyone.
Alone, she couldn't mend this barrier, for it had been built by her parents, and it required a great deal of magic to rebuild.
Soldiers, protect the barrier. I will seek out the other three.
Emerald, Sapphire, and Sparkle journeyed through the night to reach the fiery mountain.
Emerald, Sapphire, help me secure the rope. I will plunge into the fiery mountain.
Here, she beheld a slumbering beast, pressed beneath colossal boulders. Sparkle kept swaying gracefully on the delicate thread. It made Emerald and Sapphire struggle tirelessly to keep her suspended high above. Regrettably, Sparkle brushed against jagged rocks, inadvertently releasing the monster and awakening it from slumber. The lava also awaited its moment to erupt. Emerald and Sapphire were pulled down by the thread along with Sparkle. All three bore visible scars and wounds. The temperature continued to rise, and if they stayed too long, they would melt away. The monster lunged to attack, and Pink Diamond appeared and conjured a giant shield.
Why didn't you listen to me and ventured into danger on your own? Did you know that both our parents sacrificed themselves to build the barrier against lava?
Have you ever been rejected or pushed away, sister, so that you could understand how I feel? You've always made me feel unworthy of being a member of the Diamond family, always self-conscious about my flaws. Once I repair this imperfection, I'll have the potential to cultivate into a diamond. I want you to be proud of me. Is that wrong?
The monstrous creature swung its shield, charging forward and prepared to breathe fire at Pink Diamond.
Sparkle!
However, the monster was unharmed and suddenly soared high into the sky, leaving the volcanic mountain and heading toward the village. Lava had already risen quite high. This volcano could erupt at any moment. Behind them, waves of lava were rushing into the kingdom fiercely. Emerald and Sapphire, along with other gemstones, temporarily built a wall to cover the hole. Meanwhile, Pink Diamond tried to contain the monster's rampage. Meanwhile, Pink Diamond tried to contain the monster's rampage. A stone mask on the creature's head fell off, revealing a crack.
Release the innocent ones!
Release them. It's all your fault that I became like this.
100 years ago, that creature was Quartz, a rainbow quartz living in the Gemstone Kingdom. However, an accident left him with a scar on his face. The people of that time drove him away, including the king and queen. They all believed he would bring shame to this kingdom. Quartz went to the volcanic mountain to repair the scar on his face, but his actions unintentionally led to the volcano's eruption, and he became trapped under massive boulders. Rainbow Quartz remained there for months, and his resentment grew, slowly transforming him into a monster. Quartz merged with the volcanic mountain and gained control over it. Quartz believed that the gemstone people only cared about appearances. So he raised the lava higher, wanting to wipe them all out. Pink Diamond realized the truth, and she looked at him and her entire people with sorrow. Just then, Sparkle soared in like a divine being. But she had transformed into a new entity, a rainbow diamond unlike any before.
Sparkle, you're still alive! When I fell into the lava, I endured a lot of pain and extreme heat. But it was the scar on my face that absorbed all the lava's power and unlocked the powerful rainbow diamond form. Never hide your imperfections, for they do not make us weaker, but stronger.
The gemstone people looked at each other in confusion. They reluctantly apologized to Sparkle and also removed the adhesive bandages on themselves, revealing that they too had numerous scratches just like him. After that accident, not a single gemstone citizen in the kingdom was without flaws. But they all chose to hide their scars with adhesive bandages, fearing they would be looked down upon. But thanks to Sparkle, they realized their mistake and rushed to embrace the creature, spreading love to him.
We're sorry.
Touched by everyone's love, the monster's body cracked open. The man abandoned his monstrous form to return to his original rainbow quartz self.
I'm sorry. I used to endure harsh expectations from my parents, which is why I placed a heavy burden on you.
Both sisters understood each other's hearts. From then on, the Gemstone Kingdom no longer discriminated against external flaws. They welcomed Rainbow Quartz back into the kingdom. Sparkle and Pink Diamond became queens and created an egalitarian society. Everyone lived happily together.
The story ends here today.